Yeah, and so then I said Ben Shapiro should be.
All right.
Dude,
stop,
sorry, we're live.
Stop. We're technically not live.
Sorry, guys, I didn't see you there. Welcome, everybody. Is that good, Dan, or no good? It's good.
It's fine.
I mean, that's fine,
It's fine.
right? Dan is already stressing. He's leaving. Oh, I just said Ben Shapiro should be the first to join us at this table and have a amicable
I stopped
meal
clapping.
together.
I was clapping before then. I was not clapping for what he just said.
Your thoughts?
Ladies
Andrew?
and gentlemen,
Do it.
we are
Yeah.
all domestic terrorists.
You see that as CPAC?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
We are, of course, joined by Andrew Callaghan of Channel 5 fame.
Oh yeah.
The legend. We love him. Friend of the show. Friend of Hassan. I mean, in great company, guys. He's going on tour, actually. Channel 5 .news. Link is in the description.
Yeah.
What are you doing on tour? Tell the people, pitch it a little bit.
Yeah, it starts in like 3 days. It's like 45 shows in 30 days. It's gonna be crazy. It's pretty much like
Wow.
we have this new movie coming out on December 30th, I think, called This Place Rules.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we're gonna screen like the first maybe like 15 minutes of that. I have a cartoon that I've been working on. We're gonna show like the first 10 minutes of the pilot, and then we're gonna do a moderated Q&A with a local journalist or something.
Oh, that's great. So
Oh, we're
there-
also hiring like magicians and battle rappers on Craigslist. to, like,
that's
kind of
no,
pepper things.
now you're selling it,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Channel 5 .news. See Andrew live.
Yeah.
Probably coming to a city near you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Andrew,
it.
thank you for being here. It's such a pleasure. Hassan, nice to see you. God bless. I've been gone for a week.
I
and,
hope. I hope this episode makes it on air.
Bro, I have to apologize. I'm sorry, but I have to apologize to you because, first of all, last week, obviously, you guys know why I got suspended for a week. And the part that I felt bad about, among other things, is that we shot an episode on Thursday. It was up for like 10 minutes. I mean, we did it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a good, I really liked the episode.
Yeah, it was a great
we did.
episode. Banger.
But I made some comments that probably were not good to make right after, because I just got the notification that I was being suspended for a week.
It was about Ben Shapiro, correct?
Yeah, I said,
Yeah.
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 And were you
I
like,
said he should be the first
yeah.
to come over for a scrumptious Thanksgiving meal.
Were you surprised to get banned?
I was. I didn't expect it. But that's the thing is like, and I apologize to you, Hassan, because
all good.
First of all, I wasted your time in a good episode. That's fucked up. We're gonna have to cut out the bad shit and re-upload it, Dan. But you were right. Obviously, Hassan was trying to tell me like, don't laugh, bro. I'm trying to apologize.
That was not. God damn it. Listen, I've been in this game for a very long time. I've been doing this for like 10 plus years. I know how the right operates. They're always going to utilize whatever the fuck you say against you, so you just can't slip up.
Yeah, you were saying just it's not worth it, and I was like, man, fuck this. I'm not apologizing. Fuck them, and I do feel I'm not apologizing to them, but
Yeah, I
think
was gonna
the
say
point-
you don't
the
even have to
point-
apologize for it
yeah.
because it's disingenuous. I'm just saying like. When you have a heated gaming moment like that,
Yeah.
you just gotta make sure that you use super precise language that people can't maliciously cut out of context, or if they're clip chimping you, which is the term for it, when you clip something out of context to make it seem like worse than it actually is, devoid of any sort of nuance. It's so obvious that they have cut it short. You know what I mean? You just can't do like an awkward pause even. You just got to deliver it. And I know this because I've said some insane shit, I've said some things that I
when you said
agree with the
when
energy.
when you said somebody I fucked Dan Crenshaw, I didn't even think that was a big deal.
Yeah, well, plenty of people did. I got, I was getting mass death threats. We were talking about this
Did you ever
brief-
interact with Dan Crenshaw? Like, did you talk to him and apologize, or?
No.
But you wouldn't
Because
apologize.
remember, he went on SNL
Yeah.
because
But
Pete
that's-
Davidson said something about
But
him.
that's SNL. You know what I mean? Dan Crenshaw is like such a lib at heart, which is why a lot of right wingers that you interview despise him.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
so-
Because they think he's like a coward pussy, and he kind of is. He's like Pete Buttigieg almost in a way.
Oh, that's
But
interesting.
for the right, So he's always like telling Republicans what they can't do at town halls, and they hate that. They're not used to it. So I think he cares a lot about like liberal institutions like SNL, and would definitely want to, get. I mean, he loves being on TV.
Yeah.
So he'll definitely go on SNL. He's not gonna come on my show though. He's not gonna come on my stream. And no, he just cried for like 48 hours in a news cycle.
About what you said?
Yeah.
Like actual tears?
Yeah, Mr. fucking Purple Heart himself.
Did he shed a tear?
No.
Yeah. No, but it was a whole outrage tour,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's like because that one went to really amazing heights, I have to say, because it was very politically useful for them.
Yeah.
But the thing that pissed me off about what happened, and I just felt so fucking stupid sitting at home for this week, and I was like, God damn it, this was so not worth it, so stupid. But like the people that created the outrage machine are like straight up white supremacists. They like literally don't care about Jewish people at all.
Yeah, they're the same people that are like, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Now I can say the N-word. Like that's the type of people that they have in the audience. They're going, Ethan Klein, I can't believe what you're saying. That's so messed up.
Yeah.
And it's all bullshit. It's all manufactured outrage. It's ridiculous. But, you know, it did help me a lot. It did save me a little bit. Like when random producers and like, you know, the sound guy at the Young Turks was getting death threats as a consequence of like my words.
That's pretty crazy.
That's when I was like, you know what? I mean, this is a part of the job, unfortunately, but not to this degree. And I want to separate myself from the Young Turks because I don't want anyone else to be like, I don't want anyone else to get hurt for, you know, my dumbass. Because I'm gonna probably say some crazy shit, and I was right. I have said some crazy shit since then.
Yeah,
death threats are chill though. I mean,
it's like,
chill.
Yeah.
I get like them all the time.
Why would anyone give you a death threat? What have you done?
Dude,
to
I
warrant
guess
that?
just like made their group, lampooned their group or something. I don't know. I try to not look at it, but I get a lot of anti-Semitic death threats all the time.
Are you even Jewish?
No.
That's what's interesting, huh?
Yeah. They're just like, you know, the bigger the hair gets.
That's funny as shit.
The bigger the hair gets, you could have a graph chart like hair size, anti-Semitic online bullying, spiking.
Right.
So I mean, my emails is a lot of those guys.
Yeah,
But they're afraid of the city though because of like the shit they're consuming. So they're like, I want to come find you, but I'm scared of the West Coast liberals. Yeah. Scared of the Antifa controlled shitholes.
I can't park my Ford Super Duty.
Yeah, it works to our advantage.
Yeah.
We hide in the cities. You'll never find us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
unless you're the Paul DePepe or whatever the fuck the guy who
He was
tried
like
to assassinate Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with like the group that he like is a part of, the radical nudist people who live in Berkeley, California.
He's a radical nudist?
Well, you know, in Berkeley was always like
butthole son kind of thing?
no, more like he works with this lady, Gypsy something. Is her
Gypsy
name?
Taught, I think, is her last
They'll
name.
pull up naked, like they had a nude wedding outside of SF City Hall after.
That
SF
seems like lib
outlawed it.
shit,
No, like Berkeley.
doesn't it?
Berkeley hippies are like super fringed out, and like during 2020, after with the vaccine and stuff, all like the wellness community of Berkeley like pretty much flipped, and it became like the hotbed for like QAnon.
This guy's a QAnon
hippies.
weirdo, but he also
Crazy.
he turned before then because I looked at some of his writing. Literally writes with the proficiency of a third grader, like just straight brain melted. Okay, Canadian. Comes to Berkeley. I just, you know, I'm not going to get into my theory.
Canadian comment.
We need to build a wall. Okay, Canada not sending their best. Well, actually, that's not true. My theory is either Canada sends literally their absolute best, or they're fucking absolute worst. There's no mid-Canadians. I've never met a mid-Canadian. Either they're like banger people, they're sick, they're sweet, they're talented artists, they're caring, compassionate, or they're like white supremacist psychos that they got like pushed out of Canada, I guess. So they're like, I always wanted to be American, so now I can be American, you know?
Right. Okay, interesting.
And we need a filter. Snow Mexico.
But I'm actually kind of surprised to hear that. So, but it makes sense that these butthole bleaching sun people.
You talking about perineum sunning?
Yeah.
I don't think they would do bleaching. I think that stands.
It's
against
bleached by
what they
the
believe
sun.
in.
Bleached by the sun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's from British Columbia, Canada, which is also where the guy interviewed, Will Blunderfield, is from.
Yeah.
Another free thinker.
A lot of crazy people out there. Dude, that episode, I think that episode changed my life.
In what sense?
I'm doing it now. I hit him up and I was like, hey, we need to touch tips immediately, you know? No, I think it changed my life because it was just like, I think it gave me irreparable brain damage.
Yeah.
Watching this man operate changed me as a person.
He's a great guy.
Okay.
I mean, you know, just a loving person for sure.
Yeah, dude, his cranium is crazy. I'm surprised more people don't actually like bring that up.
Yeah.
That guy's wild. So is he like QAnon?
No. He's anti-vax, but he's more just into like, you know, healing
Drinking
himself,
piss.
drinking his own pee, manhood activation.
I love-
rewilding. Like that's
Bro, I love that in some circles, urine is like the ultimate elixir. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how they decided on that, but they just want to drink their own pee and have a good time doing it.
I don't think I would do it.
I mean, you're the gonzo journalist. You better do it.
I don't think I'd
You
drink.
better
my own
drink
pee.
you better shoot a stream of urine right into your mouth, boy.
If I had a day to drink a gallon of water, I might at the end of the day give it.
Oh, just make it as clear as possible.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's not. They don't.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
my dude was drinking his own piss in the video, and that shit looked like Mountain Dew. Okay,
Yeah.
it looked fucking
Yeah.
green. I don't know
But
how
that's
he
what
did
happens
that.
when you recycle urine, bro.
Bro, the amount of acid, like his pee was so acidic, dude.
Yeah.
It was God.
Yeah, we're talking, of course, about one of your Channel 5 episodes. I can't get over the fact that obviously, and many people know, used to be All Gas, No Brakes. That's like a former identity, long shed.
Yeah.
Actually, didn't even take you long. I mean, how long ago was that? But you're like fully surpassed, I think.
Yeah, I
by-
think All Gas No Brakes ended like a year and a half ago, and there was only 1 month of darkness between All Gas No Brakes and Channel 5.
And I feel like within a year's time, you surpassed in terms of like
Yeah.
views and supporters and everything. And I just can't get over how those fucking idiots fuck themselves
Yeah,
so bad. And it's just, I'm obsessed with it.
yeah, it's crazy.
Because your deal with them was you guys, you were making like what, 25%?
20%.
They were getting 80% of all proceeds, merch, YouTube revenue, ads.
It was a 360 deal, so everything I did outside of that too. So
They own your ass.
if I worked at like Jamba Juice, they'd get 80%.
Yeah.
That's
Love that.
a record label deal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is insane that they were like, they looked at the most exploitative industry and were like, we're gonna fucking copy that. That shit's
Yeah.
fire.
You think they'd hit you up to get that Jamba Juice money? Were they that hardcore?
Oh man, it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
They didn't let anything
full
slide.
management, man.
And so you went to them because All Gas No Brakes was becoming.
Damn, it's crazy. Oh yeah, All Gas No Brakes. You got to pull it up.
They didn't. I just
2 years ago,
and they were going to try to replace your ass.
they tried to.
Yeah.
They didn't get a video.
They have a couple knockoff channels right now in my exact style.
At this point,
Yeah.
at this point though, like your brand of like your style of content, and I told you this like a couple of years, almost like a year ago at this point, like especially during COVID when it was popping off.
Yeah.
Your style of content, it was always going to be, it was always going to have copycats because it's
Yeah.
so. It's so good that people see it and they go, "Oh shit, I want to do this."
I
too.
can
For
do
sure.
that.
And also, I had a lot of inspiration as well. You know?
Yeah, but what did I tell you?
You stand on the shoulder of giants, would you say?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
never. They're always going to be the second best.
Well, but-
Andrew Callaghan.
Well,
they're
who are
not
the
going to be.
giants, that whose shoulders you stand on.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Well, I mean, I'm cool if someone else takes influence from it, but if
Yeah.
if Doing Things Media themselves creates a knockoff show,
Yeah.
it rubs me the wrong way. They have 2 shows, Festivalist and Hard Facts. The low subscriber count, but it's basically ran by the same people who took All Gas No Brakes away from me.
You're giving him clout.
Wait,
right?
what are they called? No, I want to look it up.
No, just so you guys can see. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
what's their name?
One's called Festivalist. It's pretty much like my early kind of like Wook Festival style hippie interviews at different festivals.
1,000 subs.
Just so you guys can get an idea. I don't care about giving them clout or not, but it's yeah.
So this is the same guys that are trying to do a thing here.
Yeah.
These thumbnails are whack, bro. They're trying to be YouTubers.
And they got Blake Vapes on there, Aristotle, which I'm surprised by.
Yeah, he's hosting it.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one?
The other one is now gone, but it's called a Hard Facts.
Oh, they took it out. They took it down
They
already.
stopped whatever making the show because I was like, yo, this is ran by Doing Things.
Yeah.
But now I've stopped. I'm trying to manifest as little negativity as possible.
I like that.
With
You've
such
been
a-
drinking your own piss.
Yeah, well, I have
You know,
such a
you've
good
been touching
opportunity and
tips.
good opportunity with me. Like, I have such a great opportunity with the movie coming. It's like I don't want to spend time beefing
Yeah.
it with people on like a lower level.
You're risen above, I think.
Yeah,
I want to ask you about the movie.
yeah, sure.
So you were there on January 6th.
You have to watch the movie to see.
Okay, so
can't
you weren't.
say.
You maybe were there or not there.
Yeah.
But so when did the idea come about to create a whole feature film?
Oh, it's a good story. So I'm at something called the UFO Mega Conference in a small town called Laughlin, Nevada, where the mayor Don Laughlin lives in the penthouse of the Aquarius Casino. It's a real like crazy casino town on the Colorado River on the Arizona
Sounds
border.
Fallout.
Yes, definitely you can rent jet skis there. Anyways, I'm at the UFO Mega Conference. The leader of the conference, Bob Brown, starts to feel like I don't believe in aliens.
Oh shit.
So he like corners me. And
That's
he's like,
kind of fucked up.
yeah, he's like, "Are you here to make fun of us?" And I'm like, "No, because I actually do believe in extraterrestrial life, so I'm trying to keep it smooth." But Bob Brown's daughter is like, "You're a fucking troll. You don't believe that we've made contact. Get the hell out of here!" So they revoke our press pass.
Did you believe that they made contact?
Oh, I think we've made contact.
No,
yeah.
they
Do
specifically.
I think that Bob Brown and his daughter have talked to aliens? Probably not.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was gonna say
Yeah. Yeah,
But you believe we made contact? You're a true believer.
it's declassified.
No, it's not.
Oh, the UAP stuff.
Whatever. Let's get back.
Yeah.
to the subject.
Yeah.
We could duke that
let's
out
not
later
do- yeah,
in a
yeah,
second.
yeah.
So I'm chilling in the hotel room, and I get a DM from Eric Wareheim, which is like, "Hey man, love the shit. Do you want to make a show?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I get on the phone with him. Absolutely, his company links up with me to make a show. We pitched All Gas No Brakes as a TV show. Every single network rejected our pitch.
That's so unbelievable.
They were just like, "This is too out there. Like,
That's surprising.
too controversial." So then Jonah Hill, out of nowhere, emails me and Eric, and he's like, "I want to take this on as a movie with A24."
Really?
So we film it.
So did he direct or produce or what?
He's the executive producer, yeah.
Wow.
He gave me his agent. He gave me the lawyers to get out of my contract with Doing Things Media.
Wow.
Break out of that. They buy a 36-foot RV for us, A24 does, and then we spend the next like 4 months following the Stop the Steal movement around America.
Whoa.
And yeah, the RV got stolen by some houseless folks here in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that in the movie?
No, but it was unregistered. So like we had parked it outside of the ABSO office in Glendale. Boom, RV stolen. So I'm happy with that. And then friggin' we pitched it for like 2 years. Finally, HBO just bought it like a month and a half ago. So
Yo, that's the best place for it to be too.
yeah,
So that's so interesting. So you were working on this for
I worked
4
on the
months.
movie for 4 months. And
Yeah.
we've been pitching it and shopping it for the past like 2 years.
And obviously I know you're probably gonna love it, but like what can we expect from it? Or like
It's honestly like the craziest thing I've ever made.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And was it just pure luck that you were there to do it, or was it like you guys had the design, you had the budget, how did it come to be the craziest thing you filmed? Just because you had the resources, or you
I
just
mean, it's
right time,
there's a
right
real
place?
story arc to it. Like there's a thesis. Like it has a lot of structure. It's not just like a 15-minute video designed to like make you laugh and then think a little bit. Like it's a fully like well-rounded story that we spend a lot of time storyboarding. You know,
Wow.
like, put like a different level of artistry and production into it.
And, were you able, because I guess you weren't working with HBO at the time, but you're working with Jonah Hill and APSO. So were you guys able to get access to like interesting people to interview and stuff?
I mean, because I was like mostly in the magosphere for most of these interviews, like Abso holds no weight. In fact, that might.
I was
make it
about to
harder.
say it's better that he did not. It's better that he did it on his own than like these liberal media production
Yeah.
companies helping him out.
I think that my friendships with MAGA rappers and InfoWars producers and stuff that I developed along the Stop the Steal route gave me better access to like some of the superstars of that world.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
How long is it?
90 minutes.
It's a whole feature film.
That's a whole movie, man.
Dude, there's gonna be a red carpet.
I don't know. Do they do that for direct to streaming?
I have no idea. Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Talk
mean-
to HBO about it, brother.
I mean, The Rock. Do you think The Rock doesn't have a red carpet if he does it direct to Netflix?
His house is covered in red carpets, dude.
Yeah. I'm
boss.
excited to see it.
I can't wait. It sounds amazing.
I
can't wait to show you
also would. You have personal contact and almost like a personal relationship with Alex Jones to a certain degree.
Yeah. Not anymore, but.
Yeah,
Did it fall apart after
the
the
last
last-
interview probably.
Well,
might
no.
have been it.
I mean, I actually went to Connecticut to cover his most recent defamation trial, and we had planned to interview, and I called him and I was like, "Yo, you down to do an interview?" And he was like, "Nah, man, I don't trust you." I was like, "Why?" And it's because I used hot mic audio from our previous interview that we did.
The one where he walked off and he's like, I don't fucking care, man.
Yeah, it's funny. That's what he was mad about after the "I killed
Wow.
the kids" rant. Yeah, it was the hot mic audio. He was like,
You had
he was
to
like,
use
"You have no honor, you have no trust."
Because
Oh,
you
he freaked out
showed
on you.
because
Yeah.
you showed like his producers beefing with him, I think. So maybe
Yeah.
he just like that makes him look bad
It
to
did,
his
yeah,
audience because like his producers are on his side, but even his producers are saying like, "Bro, chill.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you saying?"
Kind of like pulls the curtain back a little bit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Because when he walked backstage, you did this interview with Alex Jones.
yeah.
And when he walks off stage, because he goes, I killed the children. It was me, Alex Jones. And then when he walks off stage, his producer's like, that's not cool, man. You guys stop saying that.
Well, I think what he says to me, which is most interesting, is he goes, "Are you liking it?" He says that to his producer, and so it just goes to show that like his meltdown was all part of the optics to like appear insane. you know, as like a defense.
Yeah.
He did sound a little insane though, because the producer was like, "You got to stop saying that." He's like, "I don't fucking care anymore, man."
No,
Yeah.
I think that I can't believe I'm about to say this again. Full disclosure, obviously, I'm not a supporter of Alex Jones, but I think that plays to his brilliance as a content creator. If you
yeah.
could like divorce him from the genuine on the ground impact that he's had on humans' lives in a really devastating way with his consistent doxing harassment campaign that he engaged in over and over again, or even the the other stuff. Obviously, he's done a fuckload more than just defame school shooting victims' families.
Yeah.
But he is, and we're not alone in this. Plenty of other brilliant directors, including like what was it, Linklater? I mean, he's had him. Richard Linklater has had him as his own character in both Scanner Darkly and another earlier movie that he had made. Like people did see him as like a brilliant content creator.
He is.
But I think the environment now is especially ripe for Waking Life. Thank you. Was the other one. The environment now is especially ripe for someone like that to be taken seriously, and then people act out on the on the insane things that he says, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you how that Alex Jones interview came about, because it seemed like you had the exclusive. I didn't see him doing any other interviews.
No,
about
he
it.
gave me his first interview after.
That's a lot of respect. How
Texas
did that
trial.
happen?
I think he respects that we're independent. More importantly, I don't know. I think he's aware that we're not on the same page politically, but like he knows that we're funded by Patreon. We don't have any big corporate backing. So
Maybe
I
that's
think-
why his producers have reached out to me in the past to like fucking do debates and shit.
Dude, you should definitely debate Alex
No.
Jones. That'd be awesome.
No, I think like once the defamation stuff.
Now
popped
things
off,
got
I was-
yeah.
1 billion. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I thought I kind of just laughed when he got $1 billion. I was like, I mean, okay.
I mean, they're trying to bury him, and I get it. I understand it. You're using civil litigation to stop someone from doing something that is genuinely harmful,
Yeah.
so that other people don't try to copy it as well, and they are fearful to do similar things. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? It's happened before where civil litigation ruined.
A media company, Gawker, Peter Thiel.
There was
Hulk
that.
Hogan sex tape.
Yeah.
There was something else. What was it? A really fucked up institution that was it? Oh, Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah.
The civil lawsuit shut down that organization, which was so fucked.
It's probably
Yeah.
probably a good thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tool that's been used effectively in the past.
Yeah.
For good.
Yeah.
For good. But so, did you reach out or did he reach out to you?
I did for sure.
Okay. So you said, "Hey, let's talk."
Well, he's a big part of the movie we have coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
love
Has he
that.
seen it?
No,
He hasn't. I was gonna say there's.
in terms of the shirtless workout scene. In the movie? Oh, no, he hasn't seen it.
There's,
Yeah.
there's a lot in there.
In the movie, Alex agreed to a shirtless workout scene where I'm pouring Jameson in his mouth while he's bench pressing, and vice versa.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is awesome. No,
You
I'm
think this-
really stoked
You
on
think
the
this
movie.
documentary is going to piss him off? Alex?
No, not really.
No.
No. I mean, it's just basically raw footage of interviews.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's just who he is.
a lot of people get pissed when you hold a mirror up to them, That's a pretty consistent theme that I deal with. People acting like I'm twisting their words when in reality,
You don't even say anything.
they said all this shit. They just didn't expect that many people to hear them say it. So they feel like I fucked them over when in reality, I just have a large platform and they're not used to the megaphone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even in the case of Alex Jones, like he is used to the large platform and
Yeah.
he does say that shit all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It's just that when it escapes the echo chamber that he has neatly cultivated for himself, that has been like very successful for him, all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, I didn't mean it like that. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I wonder what he thinks about the Pelosi attack.
Oh,
Great.
well, I'll tell you right now.
It was a. I know what he'll say.
at this-
False flag.
Yeah, at this stage, I don't
Didn't
need to like watch Republican commentary to know exactly what they're gonna say. That's why I always joke, like I'm like, dude, if I wanted to fucking grift, I wouldn't be a leftist. Like the
Yeah.
worst place to grift. I would just
yeah,
be a
it is.
Republican. I'll tell you right now. One, Paul Pelosi, he was in his underwear. Many people have said that Paul Pelosi has sexual dealings with men. This was probably a lover's quarrel. Okay, my sources, I got the
Really?
document.
Interesting.
AlexJones.com, Infowars.com. I'm hearing that the commissioner, the chief commissioner of police in San Francisco has given me the documents, folks. There was a lovers' quarrel happening at 5 a.m. Nancy Pelosi.
If that's what happens, I'll be very fucking impressed. Has
gonna
anyone
say
said that yet,
Lover's
Dan?
quarrel.
He's gonna say it's a lovers' quarrel. The
What
first,
about false flag?
yeah, they're gonna say it's a false flag.
Yeah.
It's either a lovers' quarrel or a false. It's
Lovers'
false flag.
quarrel,
It's
so
false
good,
flag
yeah.
to drive sympathy towards the Pelosi's, even though they're vampire demons that are sucking children's blood.
You seen those big old titties on Nancy?
Yeah.
That's cultivated from the blood of
Yeah,
children.
those are baby incubators. She got a baby in each titty.
Those cleavage look way too young for a woman that age.
Yeah, her living in SF does not help her case on the false flag front either. You know what I mean? Just like that place epitomizes that in Portland. It's like the most evil places in the world. to
Yeah,
be
of
people.
course.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what Fox News did. Like the mainstream commentators, and I fucking called this out immediately as soon as it happened too, as it was like as they were cutting coverage. What they said, what Fox News mainstream commentators said immediately was to be like victim blaming. This is not our fault. This is not like one of our
No
guys.
way. You didn't read this?
No.
David DePape tells investigators that he and Paul Pelosi were engaging in gay sex and had an argument over drugs.
Poppers.
Yeah, Pelosi's are refusing to turn over surveillance video of their home, fueling more speculation of homosexuality at the home. DePape has arrest for male prostitution.
That's a lot of retweets. A lot of people think that. Okay, so the
Dude, this
dominant
is
narrative
just
now
bad.
This
that
is happening.
David DePape and Pelosi's old husband were hooking up.
Fighting over meth and
Argument ensued over drugs.
and 84. I think if you smoke meth at 84, you just die. Right?
Uh,
Yeah, what
I don't
drugs
know
can you
about
do at that age?
Wait, first of all, Paul Pelosi, bit of a fucking lush. I'm just saying.
A meth lush?
He loves drunk driving, brother. I don't
yeah,
know.
that's true.
Does he?
That's true.
He's a party
Yeah,
boy.
he's a
got
guild.
arrested for
Got busted,
DUI,
yeah.
Oh, really?
which is like impressive.
That doesn't make you a party boy.
If you're 84 and you're getting
fucking parties hard.
if you're 84 years old and you're that rich,
Yeah.
and you got arrested for a fucking DUI, it's like respect, okay? At
Yeah.
that point, I'm like, bro,
But you know what?
not
When
to come across like a drunk driving
See, I-
evangelist.
I
but-
respect his DUI, bro.
I'm about to get in trouble again for a joke. Let me just say that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, of course he is. a
That
piece
he's
of
like
shit.
the
The
insider
attacker or
trading.
Pelosi's
no,
husband?
Pelosi's husband.
Yeah, no,
He's going through a lot, man.
Yeah, no, but he's like the insider trading that goes on with that family makes me want to puke. I fucking hate those.
Oh
dudes.
no, for sure, they're disgusting, nasty humans.
Didn't know
right?
this.
Obviously, they didn't deserve that, and I wouldn't wish it on them.
Yeah,
I
no
don't.
way.
But
I
he's a
mean,
piece of shit.
But also, Paul Pelosi, like 84 years old, this fucking dumbass 45-year-old groiper, Paul DePepe, or whatever the fuck his dumbass name is. There's a photo of him out there. It's so.
Wait,
it's
can I
so
see
funny.
Paul
This is
DePepe?
like these are the dumbasses in my fucking replies all the time who are like, like master race. You're just working for the Jews or whatever. And then I look at their fucking photos and I'm like, bro, you look like that. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
He's like a classic like friend groiper too, so he like talks like a baby. I don't know if you've seen these.
I'm not familiar with these.
Friend World. He's like one of those guys. It's an offshoot of Clown World. This is like really fucking inside baseball Nazi shit, right?
Yeah.
But some of these Nazis literally talk to one another like little children do, and they post photos of
Why?
what they call friends, which are like the cute version of the Pepe the Frog, which we use in our community as well. But anyway, so.
That's wild.
He's one of those fucking guys.
Oh.
Genuinely, his brain capacity is diminished. Like, it's very obvious. Reads and writes like a third grader. This guy, there he is, breaks in. And that's back when he was 33. That's from like 2013, okay? That's the face of a Gamergate guy right there.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Yeah, he was a Gamergate guy. That's why I said I think he was before.
Oh.
That's why I said I think he radicalized before QAnon.
I'm just surprised he hangs out with like nudists in Berkeley. That's not typically what a Gamergate right-wing guy would do.
He seems to have a bit of
He might have
touch
been
of a birth defect.
He was cucked, I
Can I
think.
say that?
He was living in a house. He was living in a house with a nudist chick and like the nudist chick's fiance with like their children and shit.
Yeah.
And he officiated.
Even said he has a touch of birth defect.
Like I'm just sensing a little.
touch of
Listen,
birth
I'm not
defect.
gonna sit
I'm-
here and
I'm
make
just-
fun of fetal alcohol syndrome like Ethan is.
No,
okay?
no, that's not okay. Whatever. Well, you know what?
Bro, I
yes,
literally-
I'm
I'm-
calling
I-
out all fetal alcohol fetuses right now.
Listen,
You're on notice.
Parents, stop drinking when
Put
you're
down that
pregnant.
bottle, you fetus.
Moms, stop drinking when you're pregnant. Your son might become a groiper. Okay. Anyway, the funniest part about this story, however, for me, because it is a funny fucking story, is that this guy's trying to pull off a political assassination, right?
Yeah.
But he's so fucking stupid. It's not like a Shinzo Abe style political assassination, which was very successful, right? Like literally the entire nation of Japan, straight up was like, yeah, fuck Shinzo Abe, actually, like, which is crazy to think about. This guy goes into fucking Paul Pelosi's house, can't even find Nancy Pelosi. He's like, where's Nancy Pelosi? Where's Nancy Pelosi? And then an 84-year-old man beat his ass, bro. He couldn't even fucking kill an 84-year-old man with a hammer.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they struggled. Well, okay.
So
maybe he
here's
was
what
on
happened.
meth.
They were making love, dude.
He goes into the house. Paul Pelosi calls the cops. Cops come. In the police report, it states they watched these two characters scuffle over a fucking hammer. Cops literally watched this guy hit Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer. Wonderful, by the way.
We love the
Congratulations.
police. We love our police.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a wrinkle in the story that was crazy.
What?
So Paul Pelosi called the police as the intruder was coming in.
Yeah.
Put the phone down as he was, confronting him.
Having gay sex?
Yeah.
Yes, and he was speaking in. Devil
tongue?
He was speaking
Tongues.
He was speaking in code for the dispatch.
Not Nazi baby talk.
Pull up that excerpt, Dan, because I'm sure I read that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Of course,
cool.
immediately the fucking chief of police was like, "We commend our dispatcher for immediately assessing the situation and recognizing it and swiftly responding to it." It's like, motherfucker, you responded and you waited as this 84-year-old
him get
man's
bonked.
skull was getting bashed in by some fucking groiped up idiot.
Fetal alcohol syndrome ass having motherfucker.
Okay.
Let's see.
Probably took the cops like 30 minutes to get there.
No, it's a rich
They
neighborhood.
probably started throwing coins at him when they were.
Yeah, it's in
up
Pacific.
on the ground.
It's in Pacific Heights. I remember someone did a tag on their house during COVID that was like, "We need more money."
Listen to this. It was really thanks to Mr. Pelosi having the ability to be able to make the call and truly attention and instincts of that dispatcher to realize that something was wrong in that situation. That's not what I wanted to read.
He looks pretty good for being.
Can
in
you
his
give me
80s.
like a more specific?
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he's
is.
hitting that, dude. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be youthful?
They're both pretty good looking in this picture.
You seen that Pelosi cleavage one?
No,
Oh my God.
it's not something.
Respectfully.
You've never seen Nancy's Pelosi's?
No. It's
Oh
really.
my god!
No, I'm just being honest.
Bro, I thought you were a journalist, dog.
I want to be
fuck?
respectful. Fox News was running this.
Fox News ran it.
Oh yeah.
Tucker's talking about.
No, look at the. I mean, like she,
America
like.
over
Oh shit. Let's actually hear what he's. I haven't heard this.
this last 4th of July weekend and went up on a
at
private
those.
beach in Italy, and we're going to go out tonight by singeing your retinas with
Breasts.
a photograph of that event. This
Oh
is-
please, bitch.
I'm not gonna lie. This probably improves their approval rating.
Yeah,
dude.
Why would that
that's
singe
impressive.
my retinas? Is Tucker saying this is a bad?
Yeah, it's disgusting. Ew.
Why?
Because she's an old lady and she's Nancy Pelosi.
I don't get. I mean, she got some titties on her. There's
No,
nothing
it's
wrong with
impressive.
that.
Is there a picture of Tucker shirtless anywhere on?
I'd like to see Tucker's cock. Where's that at?
I'm sure it's somewhere.
Third in line from the presidency on a private beach in Italy. Soak it in, ladies
What
and
an
gentlemen.
idiot
Close your eyes as
loser.
you go to sleep tonight and try to get that image out of your head.
Tucker,
If you-
how sensitive are you, bro? Some
Tucker
cleavage?
Carlson's
Make
audience-
you shrivel up?
Tucker Carlson's audience average age is like 87, so they're probably like, "Damn, that's a fit bird
That's a
right there."
fine. I mean, she is though. For her,
I'm gonna
how
be-
old is she?
She looks great.
I'm popping extra Cialis
right?
tonight for that one, brother. I'm
Woo-wee.
gonna be thinking about that Italian stallion.
Yo, how old is she, Dan?
82 or 83 or something.
Sheesh.
Come on.
Look.
Still got it. She still got it.
Tomorrow night,
82.
8 p.m. The best night with the ones you love. See you then.
What a fucking disgusting.
She
freak
still got
is.
it. Good for
But
her.
Anyway,
Good
so
on her.
This was a big thing, so I'm surprised you didn't hear about it.
No, I've never seen this.
This just happened recently, and props, man. I mean, that's
Good for her. Good
respectful.
for her. I mean, she's a
Respectable.
horrible person overall, but like that's a bonus for her, you know.
Here, you want to singe your
we call
retina?
balls and strikes out here. You know what I'm saying? We're unbiased.
Singe your retina. Ew. Who could ever sleep? Look at this guy's fucking chest. Gross.
Have you seen the old picture of him when he's in high school, like sagging
Yeah.
with like a Burberry T-shirt on, like
Yeah.
fizz facing, going like this?
Find that, Dan. I gotta see
He's,
that.
yeah, he's an SF City boy. He's lying to everyone.
He's so funny because like he constantly shits on liberal arts majors. It's like, bro, you are a liberal arts major,
Yeah.
dog. What the fuck are you talking about? Swanson Frozen Food Dynasty recipient,
know.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
When your relatives are named Buckley, okay? When you have a relative named Buckley, you can't talk shit about fucking elites in America, okay? You are the elite, dog.
He spent half his life wearing a bow tie. Enough said about the little fucker.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll tell you. I want to go back to the Alex Jones. Oh, what a little bitch ass fucking! I'm gonna bully you on the playground, you little bitch.
No, you
Fuck
know.
you, Tucker.
Why is he doing that with his
No,
lips?
he looked like the type of dude who put a little bit of GBS in a drink at the party. You know what I'm saying, Dan?
Well, first of all,
what's the date rape drug called?
You talking about GBH?
Yeah, this man carries
GHB?
This man, what is it called?
GHB?
This man carries
Not GBS.
GHB.
This
The
is
frat party. You know what I'm saying?
he does look like
Thank
a
you.
like a lacrosse boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he definitely played a lot of lacrosse with the homies.
Exploding milk porn.
Exploding milk
Have
porn.
you seen that when he's talking about fucking the Ontario teacher with the gigantic bazookas?
Japanese pornography.
That was like another thing that was like popping on TikTok, and then Tucker Carlson talked about it. There's some fucking troll teacher in Canada that was wearing these like man-made gigantic memories. Like they were
That story was pretty wild. I'll be honest.
they were insane for sure.
I didn't know what the
and
fuck
I was just like,
going
but
on
like,
there.
of course they cut it to
Hold
make
that
it
up, Dan.
seem like this person. Like, they cut it to make transphobic agitprop as always.
Yo, you want to see some real nasty shit? Look at this sick fuck. Dude, that's disgusting, bro. Have some respect for yourself.
I
Tucker.
mean, those are they're nice.
Tuck those
man.
in.
That is just horrific.
Breasts.
Get that
They look
away.
good. They look good on
Tuck
Nancy.
those
They look
away.
good on Tucker.
I actually
I'm
kind of
consi-
like what I'm seeing. I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Interesting.
it's confusing me a little
But
bit.
so I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you more about the Alex Jones
That was a
interview.
teacher.
Gotcha.
We went on a far tangent, but I'm gonna come back to that. You reached out.
Yeah.
He said yes, and you drove to him in Texas. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't burn him with the interview, you know, like it's pretty raw footage type thing. I think a lot of people, when they interview someone like that, they think they have to be overtly like charged with their questions. And they end up like turning off half their viewership by doing that. Just try to go in like with an open mind, or at least not ask loaded questions.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, I mean, every time someone interviews people like Alex Jones, or I even noticed when I was doing the whole Stop the Steal thing, they'd interview like Enrique Tarrio and like kind of like people in the Proud Boy sphere, and they would just ask him like do you know, like what do you have to say for yourself? You've done this, and it's like you're never gonna get a genuine response out of someone if you start a question that way.
Right.
And so I
You think Enrique Tarrio is FBI? You think he's a Fed?
no,
You don't think so?
not for the six, but in general. I mean, he cooperated with the FBI for his diabetic test strip thing. Enrique Tarrio, I think he's now incarcerated, former chairman of the Proud Boys, sold $2 million worth of expired diabetic test strips in Miami. So he took a plea deal for cooperating with the FBI for that case.
They usually reinstitute CIs like that though. Like they will reuse them. That's why like a lot of the fucking dudes that they use to try and infiltrate like Muslim groups, like white dudes that they try to infiltrate Muslim groups with, like they would be like fucking pedophiles and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they were
yeah.
just like they would nab them for pedophilia for like an unrelated charge, and then they would use them as CIs to do whatever the fuck. Which is why I said he might.
I think if he was snitching, there'd be like way more people locked up than there is right now.
or maybe it's just
That's
not as
interesting.
or it wasn't as organized and as serious.
Yeah.
So they couldn't.
so
really
If you've
get
been in a
him.
riot, you know it's like spur of the moment. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the crowd gets worked up. I don't think you have to necessarily plan things with that much intensity.
So you went to Alex Jones' studio in Texas, and
Yeah.
what's it like there when you go
Really
there?
nice.
Oh, it's
And-
got to be. I mean, the man is a lot worth.
Bro,
a
he
lot
made
of money.
$800,000 in one fucking day after the CPAC.
The InfoWars studio is beautiful for
Or
sure.
RNC.
It's got like a bunch.
Is there a lot of
different rooms.
employees there? Like, what's it like there?
10 or 20.
10 or 20?
Yeah.
His set is incredible. That is like a super
Yeah.
high end.
I mean, we're in a $2 billion studio.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Our studio.
I'm just admiring. I
our
mean, game
compound is-
recognized game.
Yeah, our compound's not bad.
Yeah, it was one of the nicest places I've ever filmed.
And what are the people like there? Was it inviting? Was it warm?
You know, it's interesting. A lot of the people who work for InfoWars aren't even really that political. It's just their job.
They just want a job.
Yeah, like the first guy that I met there, I'm not going to say his name, told me he's like a full-blown liberal. He just found the job on Craigslist, and that's where he
He's
works.
a mole.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. That is.
That's got to sit with you though, man. Like after the.
Some people just
Someone's going to do the job.
Some people, their brain works in a way where they separate their employment from the impact of their work so much that they don't even think about it. It's like a paycheck.
Cops.
Me every day.
Look, he's not saying
Police
he's
officers.
just controlling the camera. I mean,
Yeah.
I respect it. I mean, shit. It's not like someone isn't going to hold the camera. Is he a good employee? Do you think, Alex Jones? Are people there happy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
good employer.
He's
What's the
honestly-
snack room look
It's a
like?
good work. Oh, there wasn't a snack room, or a barbecue. There's no snack room at the InfoWars studio.
That's a shame.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
You guys have a good snack room. There's like fruit
Oh,
snacks.
you should see
and-
the one at Teddy Fresh. It's nuts.
Yeah,
Stacked.
it's important.
They keep me well
I think
fed
so.
with my
Yeah.
fucking cold brews. You know, every time I come in
Absolutely.
here, I'm happy.
And so you sat. The interview didn't seem to go very long.
The actual interview was about 45 minutes. It's on Patreon.
Oh, the whole interview's on page.
I had to keep it short for YouTube because I wanted to keep it like Sandy Hook focused because that's what the defamation trial was about.
Right.
But I talked to him about a wide variety of things like January 6th,
Okay.
2024.
Okay, so I haven't seen the whole
Yeah.
full interview. But so when he gets pissed and walks off, did you guys end it amicably or did he
for
kick
sure.
you out?
We ate some barbecue.
Right,
after
I
the
saw
interview.
that. Yeah, you guys ate.
It's cool. I'm not a very antagonistic interviewer, so it's kind of hard to end things on a bad note unless the other person freaks out.
Okay, so you left Friends, and then when you posted it, he called you, or you called him, or what?
Yeah, he called me.
He called you yelling straight out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
What kind of stuff was he saying?
Just like, like I thought we were friends. I invited you guys into my space and you used the hot mic audio on me. Like, he's like, that's not what friends fucking do. Like, imagine if I went to your house and mic'd you up. And I was like, I don't know.
Well, what do you say to that
I said, I understand. If someone hot mic'd me, I probably wouldn't be too happy about it. But I think that his change in demeanor from like the explosive interview to like the kind of calm in the back room being like, is it working? Is it working? Was important to the journalistically important.
Did you explain that to him?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I think that he didn't
He wasn't
want to
down
hear
with
what I have to say.
Yeah.
He was worried that I was going to dox him if we ever met up again.
So so it's over. Your friendship with Alex Jones ended?
Unfortunately,
I think he'll come back
yeah.
Think so?
if he does. I mean, yeah, these guys are. Alex Jones is a media demon first and foremost. That narrative shift between him on camera versus him off camera is an indication of that reality.
To me, that's why I
therefore
put
that's
it
a
in.
platform.
Yeah.
He will always value Andrew's platform more than like the feelings that he has towards Andrew.
What's your take on Alex Jones as someone who's had a friendship or a relationship with him? Do you think he's like a real, genuine person, or is there two Alex Jones, which a lot of people speculate?
I mean, he's pretty fun to hang out with. Like, he's a good dude to like get a beer with, eat barbecue with, because he's like full of stories, information, and memories. He's just he's a storied individual and he's a great storyteller.
And he's a great storyteller. Yeah, he is an entertainer.
I think that at some point you kind of fall victim to your own echo chamber because especially when it's so tied in with commerce. Like if you know that you can get more views by promoting one conspiracy theory and segue immediately into an advertisement for like bulletproof vests, backpacks, supplements, t-shirts, pins, hats, whatever, you develop this like almost second self, which is your media self, which has to be inflammatory, has to react a certain way with skepticism and question the loopholes and perfectly solid stories every single time, and then sell shit. And when your whole like financial structure is based upon the outrage machine that you've created, you can only really feed your family by doing the same thing over and over again.
Do you think he starts to believe it himself?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think there's certain shit that he probably doesn't believe, but I mean, when he first talked about Sandy Hook, like the most fucked up thing that he did is have people like Wolfgang Helbig on. Have people who run websites like Sandy Hook, whatever. I don't even want to say the name of it, but it was the main Sandy Hook truther website back in the day. It has a community of thousands of people who dedicate every single day to harassing people like Lenny Posner, families, people like Robbie Parker. People who can't walk down the street even now without being harassed and like chased by InfoWars subscribers.
They're stalkers.
Yeah.
Like,
So when
there's a community of designated stalkers in our field, in our industry,
Yeah.
we recognize that because we're like media figures, so
Yeah.
we already have that. But like these are normal, everyday Joe schmoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have to deal with
And
that
so
shit.
the crisis actor, conspiracy, harassment community, whatever you want to call it, is darker than the InfoWars community. Because that, I mean, the people who
Right.
go deface the memorials in Newtown, those people are worse than Alex Jones. But it's having them on and being like, go check out this person's website. It's just
Made it way worse.
it's just
probably,
a fucking
huh?
rabbit hole ass place to
Wow.
be.
Yeah, that was Alex Jones viciously and deliberately platforming
Yeah.
awful scumbags
To me, that's
for
the worst part.
personal gain. Yeah.
You think he regrets doing that?
Oh fuck yeah, he regrets it,
And
man.
probably
Yeah.
growing that community as well,
Yeah.
because he has a lot of fucking conspiracy. I mean, his entire shtick is conspiracies. So he has a lot of psychotic people that are watching him and hang on every word that he says because they think he's the absolute most reputable truth teller out there. Those guys are now becoming growing the ranks of the even more insane gang stalking community.
Right, because I mean, having questions about sad shit like tragedies is sometimes valuable. Like in Uvalde, the police response time. Why did they take so long? What happened? Those are real loopholes, real questions, real body cam footage, shit you need to analyze and see. So there is inconsistencies in terms of like actual shit that happened. But when the Sandy Hook shit was just so unbelievable, and the things they were saying about it were just so shocking and fucked up.
Well, they do that with Uvalde. They've done that with every single shooting thus far, and I've talked about this extensively. I think it stems from a place of like exhausting every other avenue to counter, because like the main problem is always going to be mental health institutions, or like lack of adequate care and also lack of gun control, right? Because you've exhausted every other counter, all the way to like good guy with a gun narratives to like arming the teachers, you know what I mean, or like giving cops more money or giving cops more guns. When you arrive at door control in Uvalde, or you desperately don't want to face the reality, so you need another alternative narrative. And that's precisely why they go with, oh, it must be fake. It's so crazy that it must be fake.
It's almost like a safety blanket from accepting the reality and just being like telling yourself a fairy tale to make shit seem like it's not as fucked as it is.
Do you think Alex Jones is going to survive all these lawsuits?
Yeah, he can do his show from anywhere. Thing is, I feel like when you deplatform someone like that, like you obviously cut their viewership down a lot. But the 20% that does follow them forever onto whatever alt platform is like the most hardline, most down for you people. So he could make a show with 300 viewers on a webcam in his garage, and those 300 people would probably like die for him.
Well, it's not the I mean, he's already been quote deplatformed. He has his own platform already.
Yeah.
But do you think the financial strain of losing all these websites is going to ruin him?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know about this whole bankruptcy thing that they're going to try to do. I don't know.
I don't think that's going to work.
I mean, he's farming. He's farming funds off of it. He literally
you can't go, as far as I understand, you cannot go and be like, hey, we're filing for bankruptcy. All the money you donate is going to go to us. Like, that's literally bankruptcy fraud he's doing on TV.
I think a lot of things that this system is designed in a way to help wealthy people and powerful people, and Alex Jones is a wealthy and powerful person, and he's just trying to take advantage of it as brazenly as possible. It's like the Trump method of like bouldering through legal troubles, and it is more successful than you would think. Like, you are more successful. You have a better success rate than what most people would think, and of course, if you're like an average. If you're like a regular working class person, you're not going to be able to have any of those benefits. But
but then again, a lot of people on the right do think that Alex Jones is like a psyop.
Really?
They think that
they go even
what
deeper?
I've heard from a lot of
think
Trump people. They think that like he says 20% real shit and 80% like turning the frogs gay fluff to delegitimize that 20% of real
turning the
shit.
frogs gay is real.
Wow.
So everyone thinks he's
interesting.
king of QAnon. He's not. Most QAnon people think that he's like trying to make them look stupid. So
Yeah,
That's
ironic because I think that
wild.
there's truth and validity to that statement. I do think, first of all, the frogs gay one is actually really funny.
That one's
it's
true.
It's not turning the frogs gay. It's turning the frogs trans, technically. Okay, the chemicals in the water. But Alex Jones uses that obviously as a way to say like you're getting turned gay, and that's why you should get my straws. And he sells his like upmarked crazy ass straws that he sells. But Alex Jones, of course, as any broken clock would, is truthful every now and then.
So the frogs are turning gay.
Frogs are turning trans, but that's
turning
not
trans?
but that's not one of those things. I was just talking about like the
The frogs are
surveillance.
turning trans? Tell me more.
I think the frogs. Yes, I'm not going to deliver additional information right now off the top of my
Okay,
head.
all
I'll
right.
have to look at it. But
Dan, are the
Yeah,
frogs turning
look it up.
trans? Dan?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Chemicals in the-
The chemicals in the water were inducing their genders to change. And
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know amphibians had gender.
Apparently, yeah. There's lots of there's a lot of gender
their
going on.
genitalia, I think, changes or something. Well,
Frogs have dicks though.
Or maybe they swap. They can
Oh, yeah.
swap between
Yeah.
genders.
but his animal kingdom is different, you know. There's like
They don't have dicks,
seahorses
but like
and shit.
they can like squirt out semen that floats in the.
Yeah.
here it is.
Like poison, basically.
Atrazine, one of the world's most widely used pesticides, wreaks havoc on the sex lives of adult male frogs, emasculating 3/4 of them and turning 1 in 10 into females. So there you go.
Oh, so it's actually
And that's a study
They
from
turned the freaking frogs game.
from
man.
So that's
University
like-
He was
of
right.
Berkeley.
real
Yeah.
research.
But listen,
He
good
was onto
conspiracy
something.
theories start off with a grain of truth, right? And they're the real
We're
conspiracy.
emasculating those fucking frogs, bro.
Turn the friggin' frogs
Now,
gay.
my point always is though he'll arrive at like certain conclusions off of like true premises that people
Yeah.
don't want to admit or recognize. Like the surveillance state, he's correct on. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
was correct on it. He was talking about how like government's like spying on us. You know, attack helicopters, all this shit. Like, is true. We also use like private defense contractors like Blackwater, now known as Academy, of like veterans that war criminals, like rugged war criminals that go and like do operations on American soil.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking conspiracy theory. That's real. Now, if Alex Jones talks about that shit, obviously because 80% of his commentary revolves around like interdimensional pedophilic vampires, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this guy's a fucking kook. He's out of his mind. I'm not gonna believe any of that shit. I'm not gonna believe the surveillance state. All this sort of stuff, which is part of the reason why I also thought I've always maintained the belief that like if Alex Jones did not exist, the state apparatus would try to cultivate an Alex Jones.
Totally, and he's such an easy slam dunk for people like Kimmel and Colbert. You know what I mean? Because it's like he takes a big L and then he gets platformed again because they can just do monologues about how he sucks ass. So you have like billionaires and shit
Yeah.
making money off of like talking about how much he sucks.
Right.
It's all industry, like so. Like he's just they got his ass.
That is interesting. Last time you were on, it was right before the election, and I asked you who do you think's going to win, Biden or Trump, and you had told me because you travel all around the country and you've seen on the ground people love Donald Trump, and you predicted Donald Trump was going to win.
Yeah, I mean, I just spent like 4 months at Trump rallies, so I was a bit influenced, maybe.
So,
It
but-
depends, though.
Well,
At
I'm
what
not
point-
calling you out. I'm
At
just
what point did he say it? Did he say it literally? Because like remember, Donald Trump got COVID like a week before the election. Like it was pretty insane. Like the sequence of events that took place that like reignited the oh shit, COVID is actually fucking real, or versus is it real? Is it fake? And like the lockdowns are way too far. Like that narrative was reinflamed in a way that was definitely beneficial for Joe Biden so close to the election cycle. I think that certainly played a role. I've talked about this a lot. Like I think that Trump's chances without everything working so perfectly against them were significantly better than the way the media was casting it.
Well, were you surprised when Biden won?
Yeah, because I've never met anyone who likes Joe Biden before.
Right. That's interesting.
So, I mean,
And what's the temperature on the street? Because
Have you met a person that likes Joe Biden since?
no, I met.
I like Joe Biden. I like Dark Brandon.
I don't. I mean,
You don't like Dark Brandon? Why?
Dark
no,
Brandon's
dude.
just mean.
He's a loser, dude.
He's a loser.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just like I don't know, dude.
Hey, Jack.
He just.
I like hair of legs.
Look
and
at
kids
it.
jumping on my lap.
I don't even want to. Let me walk that back. That's a negative thing to say. He's not a loser. I just don't like him.
You don't like him.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
That's the voter right there.
Come on, you
The
give me
average American
something.
voter. Look,
don't
Joe
know.
Brandon. Joe Brandon is the representative of an awful system.
Thank you.
Obviously,
There it
this
is.
guy is a 50-year career.
Come on, man.
politician. He's a 50-year career politician.
He's full of shit.
He's
full of shit.
He incarcerated the shit out of people. He's criminalized. He's like a mass incarcerator.
Yeah.
Olden times. He used to kick it with Klan members.
Yeah.
He's an Iraq War gun enthusiast.
Yeah, he's a freaking dude.
Yeah,
90s
he is
crime
the
bill.
architect of the
Yeah.
crime bill, which was devastating for the black community in America.
we
Like
go.
he was a big
But he's
like
BLM now.
drug guy. It's so funny that he's like basically his legacy now is like lightly undermining what Joe Brandon did in the 90s and 80s. Like
Yeah,
kind of like making like a couple subtle steps in the right direction, you know, fucking 30 years later. It's a little too late for that. And even then he's not doing
Would
that
you
much.
vote for Hunter Biden or Joe Biden?
Hunter Biden 100%.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you know crack's
even
gonna be
a question.
legal. That's a big step for decriminalization.
Yeah, I'm down for legalizing
Unionize-
crack
union-
and prostitution.
Unionizing prostitution, okay.
Like we all assume that's
methamphetamine.
the first thing he's gonna do.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's fucking awesome. He's so
Hunter has had a fun time these past few
He
years.
needs to
I'll
stop
tell you
filming
that.
himself smoking crack, bro. Every time he
Why
smokes
would-
crack, he
why
films.
would you
I
even wanna
disagree.
film that?
I think that that's awesome as well. He's doing a
Bro,
lot for
that's
visibility.
rule one of smoking crack. Don't film it.
Yeah, I think that he's doing a lot for visibility. I think like I've never seen someone so visible while smoking crack in
No,
my
he's
entire
proud.
life. He is.
And I appreciate and that is
also
nice.
crack.
He's the first proud crack smoker.
Crack cocaine, the proletarian cocaine. He's not doing that fucking Donald Trump Jr. shit. You know what I mean?
Proletarian
People-
cocaine.
That's true. No,
He's-
you're right.
He's rugged. Like, he's
you guys
on
hear
the-
this guy?
He's
right.
on the ground.
You're
He's-
right,
he's
man.
smoking crack.
You're right.
He's having sex
He's a
with the
working
most
class guy.
Yeah,
right?
he's having sex with the most
He's got a point.
35-year-old looking women I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay. Because like they always, 4chan will always be like, "Oh, this is a psyop. He's a pedophile." I'm like, bro, have you seen the women that he slept with? Like they are so 35 years old. Like there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Obviously,
I think they were probably 20. They just smoked a lot of crack.
I met a dude who sold him crack in Venice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. He showed me the text messages. I also met someone who sold meth to Mike Lindell in Minneapolis.
Oh, that's powerful.
love that.
I was talking to him during the riots in 2020.
Mike Lindell is
My favorite crack.
I think I would say Mike Lindell is the only person that's like worse off after
Yeah.
going cold turkey.
He got cut
He
off.
should get back on meth.
I heard that he got cut off by like all the different like crack dealers in Minneapolis, like talk to each other, like basically truce real quick. And was like, we got to stop selling crack to this guy. You know what I
Why?
mean? Because they thought he was a snitch or something. Because he was coming so frequently. They're like, there's no
Oh.
way this guy's buying this
Also,
much
he
crack.
does look like a cop, kind of.
Mike Lindell looks like a cop, yeah.
I doubt he looked like that when he was on crack though.
But the voice, he's so white.
no, but that's like, I'm Mike
some
Lindell. I need some crack right now.
I need crack.
Come on, I'm not a cop. I'm Mike Lindell.
Would you also describe him as a proletariat working class hero? Because
Fuck
of his-
no.
But
No.
he smokes crack, dude.
Well, not
True.
anymore. Back
Well, I
then.
thought he was a meth.
yeah.
I thought he was into meth.
Kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah,
But meth
back-
is a proletariat drug.
No way.
I think back
Meth is
then,
a designer drug?
Kind of. It depends where you're at.
Here's crackhead Mike Lindell. by
Oh,
the
you
way.
have a photo?
Is this guy a
See?
cop? I don't
Tom
know. He-
Selleck looking motherfucker, bro. Look at
This
that.
guy's
He's hot.
living that life.
Looks like a flasher.
He literally looks better
isn't
as
my
a
first
crackhead than he
rodeo.
does now.
He looks hella terrifying, dude. Imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to sell
He
this.
looks like a flasher with a trench coat. You know?
Big difference is how you pay it
What can we
back.
do to get
I mean,
Mike
he's
Lindell
still-
back on the on the?
First
on
of
the
all, he
thing?
still looks like that.
No, I'm serious.
He's
like,
just more plump.
That mustache, no one should ever have that.
he kept that thing in pretty good shape though.
Yeah.
But I want to say, how can we get Mike back on crack or meth? Like how? Like let's figure that out because that would be interesting.
I'll just give it to him.
Talk to the
You think
talk to
so?
the Minneapolis
Maybe
guys.
just
I will go on the record to say once again though that Mike Lindell is definitely probably one of the few people that was like better on crack that he's off than he's off crack.
It would be sick if he smoked crack again.
Yeah.
I just think that would be maybe something that we could maybe get a change.org going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get Mike Lindell back on crack.
Yeah.
Um,
His pillows are dog shit. Like I bought one as a meme.
I think they're pretty comfortable.
I bought
No
one. I
shot.
bought
the
one.
firm one's got good neck support.
I bought one.
no.
I hated it.
Really?
It was $20. I was like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
He says this is the best fucking pillow in the world.
It's an American pillow.
I used it. I didn't even sleep with it. I couldn't do it.
yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, you and I are both fascinated with the right wing. I think we definitely cover it a lot more than our counterparts in media. You embed with them. I sometimes will offer them a platform every now and then, like I did with Christian Walker. Who, like, out of all the fringe groups, what's your favorite?
We're talking political fringe, or are we talking everyone?
Also, what do you mean favorite?
Well, let's do both.
I mean, I've always been most fascinated by flat earthers because that's just a
Right.
complete departure from logic and like they don't even believe in
Wrong.
They don't even believe in pictures. They only believe in
Wrong.
images.
Right. It's
There's a
all-
lot of validity to their theories. I'll say.
It is true.
I do love that. The most fascinating part about that, of course, is that like you arrive at the anti-Semitism barrier.
Yeah.
Wait,
like
is-
you have
is
the
flat Earth anti-Semitic?
Are you kidding me, dude?
Dude, every conspiracy. You're Jewish. How do you not know this?
Because it always,
Every conspiracy theory. Once you
how's
get
flat
to
Earth go do that?
Dude, think about it. People are lying to us
Yeah.
about the shape of the Earth. Who
Yeah.
lies? Who controls the Earth?
yeah, Jews.
You do.
Jews.
Yeah,
You
NASA.
control it.
I could
NASA
literally
run
say
by Jews,
anti-Semitic shit, and they can't
which is
drop
ironic
it.
because like NASA run by Nazis before Jews. But
Bro,
hey,
I'm so tired
that's-
of being a Jew. I don't want it. And Kanye's like, I'm the real Jew. I'm the real Jew. I say, fucking take it, bro. I don't want it.
Doesn't
I
work
don't
that
need
way.
it. I
Good
didn't
luck,
ask
buddy.
For it. Take
Now
the
what?
Jew and
Yeah.
be the Jew.
You
and
can't.
leave
It
me
doesn't
out
work
of it.
that way. Okay.
Well, he thinks it does. So just fucking take the Jew.
He's going.
Here.
He's. By the way, I do not think that Kanye West is going to recover.
No.
Or I do not think that he is going to go down the route of like actually changing his mind about the Jewish stuff because I saw another video where he pulled a Joe Rogan. You know how like Joe Rogan loves showing his like meme folder from his fucking phone when he's like talking about
Oh, shit. What was in
vaccines
the
and shit.
folder?
He had the fucking. Have you ever seen this? There's like an Excel spreadsheet of all the Jews in media.
This motherfucker has a list?
Yeah, he had that. So
Was
he
I on the
like-
list?
So he basically was saying, like in
I
a
don't
recent
wanna be on
interview,
his
he basically
list.
was saying, "I'm not gonna say like Jewish media anymore. I'm gonna say red media." And then
Here
he
it
pulls
is.
out his phone,
No.
and then he fucking shows it. Oh, you watched this?
Wait, red media?
Yo, this shit is crazy. Red because all the Jews are colored as red. All the Jewish names.
Oh, like
Watch
poison
this.
cosmetics.
Watch this shit.
Parentheses.
By the way, and I'm gonna watch it.
Bro,
but
this is
there's been-
him leaving the Northwest basketball game, and he's got Jew on the mind. Okay, he
Well-
can't even get it out
He's
of his head.
obsessed, dude.
Yeah, rent free.
Look at the top comment, by the way. I haven't seen Yi this happy in a long time. He looks relieved and free. Good.
You just had to do a little bit of anti-Semitism, okay?
well, so the part
Let the man do his
there's
anti-Semitism.
reports coming out that like people he's been working with that he's been obsessed with Hitler for a long time.
Yeah.
You guys read that?
In terms of like power and strategy or fashion.
No, like he's obsessed. He's like he's a great leader.
Great
he
question.
did amazing things for Germany.
Yeah.
Like he kept mentioning Hitler in like his design rooms and to his coworkers. And there's reports coming out now that the work environment was very uncomfortable because he was obsessed with Hitler. Which is interesting.
I had to hold on to like some of this information for a very long time out of respect for my friend who was working not with Kanye but other people in his circle for the longest time. But I knew for a fact that in 2018 when he went to do that Africa trip in Uganda specifically, when he fired all of his like security detail and had like a genuine manic episode, that was like the first instance when I heard that he was like balls to the fucking wall, black Israelite extremism, like talking about that sort of stuff. And also, which by the way, you have never interviewed, surprisingly.
The Black Hebrew Israelite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would be good,
I'm
wouldn't it?
shocked that you have not done that.
There's something about me I don't think they like.
At like everything.
Yeah.
Thoreau did it.
Thoreau did it because he's British.
But you're
Oh,
just
true.
He
tell him,
stayed in his mainland. They see me as a colonizer. Louis Thoreau never left.
just tell him straight up. First, I want to let you know, not Jewish.
Well,
I don't think they care. I think they.
when I was a kid, they used to stand outside in the robes at this place
They're
called,
all. I love that shit.
place called
dude.
Westlake Center in downtown Seattle, and like women would walk by with babies and strollers, and they'd be like, "You fucking devil, baby!" He's like, "I hope
my
your
God.
mom strangles you to death." I would be like, "Jesus Christ!"
Whoa.
Like,
Dude,
that's
they're
what they do.
awesome.
That's provocative.
They're,
Yeah.
They also look like Mortal Kombat characters, which I think is very cool.
I saw a white one in Atlanta,
yeah.
You
they're-
saw
a white
black-
Hebrew Israelite. I tried to film him, and my phone died. It was the worst day of my
Was
life.
he, what, can
Hey,
I,
he
was
used-
he a
he
white
used
dude or
his
like
power.
an
He was a
albino?
white guy dressed like Mortal Kombat character with 6 other dudes, holding
Was he
the Bible.
albino, perhaps?
Definitely not albino.
Oh,
he was a
Or it could have been one of those like logic type situations where like he's like a
Half.
quarter.
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's white people in the new Black Panther Party.
Yeah. Well.
It's like they're like super weird white people.
Yeah, like the Uhuru movement guys.
Yeah,
who are
like they apologize before saying everything.
yeah, they're like we're a part. They always, we're a part of the reparation corps, and it's like, bro, what are you?
I'm
doing
sorry for the
right
space
now?
that I occupy right now, but I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
By the way,
I mean, dude, that is so dripped out.
It's like
dude.
medieval
Yo,
times.
that's
So the one on
wild.
the
Yo,
right-
this is like these guys are about to spit the hottest Monty Python remix.
No. I mean, dude, these guys are fucking
Gonna be
sick.
so fire.
They are so fucking sick, dude. I'm not
They're
even
not sick
joking.
at all, dude.
They are so, dude. The shit that they believe in is so insane. I cannot help but be
They're
fascinated
ready for
by
battle.
it.
Yeah. It's
Shakespeare, black. Dead, like straight up, dead on. If you ask a black Israelite, like if Shakespeare is black, they'll say yes. Beethoven, black. Mozart, black. Like, Abraham Lincoln, inconsistent.
It's fine because
I remember that video.
we took Jesus from people of color, so I think
Is that
only,
that's your official stance?
Well, it's only fair that they try to take some of the white folks back to their.
I do find it fascinating. I find like obviously Farrakhan and like Yacubian theories fascinating. I'm deeply embedded in that. I mean, I don't talk about it too frequently because like I do have a very Caucasian community, obviously, and like I don't want white people to like look at that and go, oh, look at these crazy black people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I do watch from afar.
And what's your thoughts, Hassan? I haven't asked you this on the Jewish question.
Like, what
I'm just
question?
kidding. Here, I want to watch Kanye.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do a video on the Hebrew Israelites now.
Yeah.
I would.
I have
that would be
another- I have
awesome.
Thanks for the idea. When I get off tour,
I have another thing I want to talk to you about.
Yeah,
Like, there's a group of people that keep reaching out to me. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it by myself. I would do it with you though. If you're,
Is it the adult baby diaper lovers?
no, not the crinklers, dude.
I got them.
Wait,
The
will you say who they are?
Crinklers.
Yeah.
What's the group?
No, it's not even. No, it's like Donut Operator and that other fucking guy who's like a weapons manufacturer. I think they
Like-
constantly want me to go and shoot at their range, and I would only do it if you were down to do it with me because I don't want to
down.
go by myself.
No.
Yeah, we could do it.
Why don't you want to do it by yourself?
I don't know. I just don't. You know.
Social anxiety.
You social
Yeah.
anxiety?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I could help you. I could be like I talk to people like that all the time. So
All right, so here's Kanye with a list of Jews in media, which is great.
You know, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here
He's like, yo, you know, a lot of people are upset about you. Yo, so here's my list
yeah,
of
here's
Jews.
the list of Jews.
is a chart of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today,
Nickelodeon?
Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central,
Jerome.
NBC Entertainment, Google.
There are too many Jews at Nickelodeon.
The only stage that he hasn't
SpongeBob.
reached at this point, the only part that he hasn't reached at this point is like Holocaust denial. Like, I mean, he's done a little.
Oh, he's so close.
Yeah, that's it.
so-
That's
I'm sure he believes
On
it
the
already.
Lex Friedman thing, he was saying that he disputes the 6 million figure, I believe. So
no,
Yeah,
no, he
yeah,
didn't. He
yeah.
didn't like straight up say that. He just basically always.
He's got to believe.
He always ties that into the real Holocaust is like black babies dying in the womb for in abortion clinics.
who do you think's in his ear telling him all this?
Candace.
Candace Owens.
Easy dub.
You think Candace?
And that's why I was so
Puppeteering?
upset because Candace is employed by Ben Shapiro. She is part of the Daily Wire. He literally pays her a salary.
Yeah.
And Candace Owen is a known anti-Semite. She is whispering in the ear of Kanye, and he is like doing the most for the anti-Semitic movement
Ever.
It's not
ever.
just Candace Owens though.
And,
like
and people are just so emboldened by this. They're like, yeah, no, I hate Jews. That's true. He's right.
I think like
And I'm like, Ben Shapiro, you are a fuck. This is a name I've coined for him. He's an Uncle Tovian.
I thought we were going with Tav.
So
But-
we
Tav is better.
Tav
Otherwise,
actually wasn't
sort
a
of
name.
lost.
I asked Ela.
Oh really?
So Uncle
Yeah.
Tav isn't a real name. So
Yeah.
so she said, well, Tovian is a name.
Okay.
Like
Well-
Tovian and Tovian. It sounds like a law firm.
Well, what I was gonna say is like I think that Kanye is like a media demon himself. Like he consumes a lot. He's like on Reddit. You know, he looks at a lot of shit. So I think that there is like a organic radicalization that happened, but I think that Candace Owens is like the spark, like the original Tinder that started the fire.
It's so obvious because like he's always talking about how like George Floyd died of fentanyl, and it's like all the talking points from her documentary and all the propaganda that she believes in. It's like he's literally
I've said this before, but Kanye West's opinions actually do not closely they closely resemble Candace Owens in many ways, but the real person Kanye West's opinions are so similar
Hitler.
to is fucking Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. But people
Interesting.
don't know Clarence Thomas's like ideology well enough to recognize that like he also has this like weird version of like anti-black black supremacist thought where it's like on board with like jailing black men and like talking about black people as though, specifically black men, as though they're thugs, while simultaneously saying like, but also we should be free and
I have a lot
separate.
I know a lot of people who think like that. It's really common.
It's the. I mean, it really is.
Not that common,
It's the Uncle
but-
Tom trope, right? I mean, that's what it is.
In a sense, but this is something crazy.
No, this is definitely different.
Uncle
than that.
Tom wasn't also a black supremacist in the book.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh, he
that's
just hated.
Uncle Ruckus and like Boondocks and like that version, which by the way I'm not even entirely sure if we should be discussing
Yeah.
it and using those terms or not, but like there is obviously something that Malcolm X has talked about as well, where like there are certain members of the black community that, and this is still a tiny fraction, that that subscribe to white supremacist ideology and genuinely think that even they themselves are weaker and inherently worse than white people. Jesse Lee Peterson, who I've debated, is a great example.
Amazing. Love him.
Yeah, so he's like a legitimate example of this, where like Jesse Lee Peterson straight up will say, "I am inferior to white people." Like he says.
He said that.
Yeah.
By the way, you need to talk to him. He is so fucking funny.
Jesse Lee Peterson,
He
the dude
is-
is like says he loves like picking cotton or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's taking photos. Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
You know that
But
guy. I
yeah.
can't believe the shit he says.
He's
Yeah.
so funny. He
When
goes,
I-
amazing.
When I
Isn't he
deba-
gay?
there was some information that came out that he's like having sex. 'Cause I knew Larry Elder personally told me that Jesse Lee Peterson was actually like giving housing, like opening up his house to like homeless people, and then I think it came out that he was like having sex with them. Almost
Amazing.
not dissimilar to Gezi or Ghazi. And what
Ozzy Cosdo?
yeah, some of the shit that he was doing as well. Like these are really marginalized people that like oftentimes are
Ghazi is locked up. No.
yeah, he is. He's in prison, I think.
Anyway, I want to watch this Kanye, the list reveal, so it's fire.
What else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube,
ABC
Angeles
Kids.
Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington
Facebook.
Post, Yahoo, Marvel,
Mark
Hulu,
Zuckerberg.
Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish.
Dude, you are fucking
these
out of
companies.
this world.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck?
You don't
Disney fucking
arrive at
fool.
that. You don't arrive at that list unless you've
Dude,
done
where do
some
you
like.
get that list?
No, that's rabbit hole white supremacist
He
shit. That's
is
like
been
you
deep.
100% have gone fully down the white supremacist rabbit hole, and you're like in forums.
Dude,
like
that-
that.
No,
I've seen
yeah.
that list. I've seen that list so many fucking
That's
times.
some 4chan
I knew
shit.
as soon as he said, "Oh, I now call it red media." I knew that fucking Excel spreadsheet that I've seen a million times over was coming out.
Dude,
Wow.
this guy fucking sucks, dude.
He really.
And like I never had any types of opinions on Kanye West because I just saw it as like celebrity tabloid media. So I never like every time I heard about Kanye West, I just figured it was some sort of celeb dating gossip, and I always turn a blind eye to that type of shit. But this is like gonna have like real life
he's
negative
in the
impact.
pocket.
This is actual real life negative impact shit that like I'm gonna hear some talking. Like I can already picture the interviews that I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 months from now
Yeah.
of just like people parroting the same shit that he's saying. And
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna say they silenced him because he spoke the truth about the Jews.
and even after he moves on from this shit, after the manic episode ends and he tries to walk it back, or even if he doesn't, it's
I don't
going to
think he
be
is.
permanently imprinted in like the psyche of hella people who follow him.
I don't think this is going
100%.
to. I don't think. I think when you arrive at that step, especially paired up with his like megalomania, his like insane narcissism, he has a god complex. He thinks he literally is infallible. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna walk this back at this point.
My homie Lee said that he thinks he's going to run with Trump in 2024.
Dude, that would.
That's why.
No, I
that's
think-
why his hat says 2024.
Your ass was about to say that would be fire.
No, I was saying I think he's gone too far for Trump.
No way, dude. They would be a freaking power
No,
couple.
Trump, Rolling Stones, which has like fucking embedded people inside of Trump's, inner circle, I guess, because they do a lot of like breaking news coverage out of there, was saying that Trump said that he was going too far.
I mean,
really?
his son-in-law is a fucking like Orthodox Jew.
Not
Kushner?
only that, but Trump
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
Trump and Kanye are almost like two sides of the same coin when it comes to anti-Semitism. But like, Trump is like, yeah, the Jews control the media, but they're doing a good job as long as they're not attacking me type guy. You know what I mean? Because he loves like it's weird. Like he says the same shit that Kanye does, but he's like, but you guys are doing so well with your money. I would want a Jewish accountant, like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So. Like
The Jews run media, and it's a good thing.
yeah,
That's Trump.
Well, he doesn't love the media,
this
but
is already the result of Kanye. This was in L.A. actually. Honk if you know Kanye's right about the Jews. Goyim TV, shout out to him.
I know who these guys are.
And
Now
just
what?
straight. And here's your people, Kanye. Just straight up Heil Hitler's on the.
You know what these guys did before this?
405.
These same guys who did before this, they went to like Auschwitz in Poland and like did a similar display.
oh
there.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
These guys just, I mean, they're lost in the sauce. Like these people have gone overboard. Like anyone who's anti-Semitic is like their best friend. Like that's all they require as like barrier to entry for like taking it. You know, they have nothing in common. And it's like, oh, you hate Jews? Like let's just talk.
They just talk shop.
Yeah, it's like
Yo, can you look up this quote? I want to know. Whatever the fuck.
Pretty sure
or bullshit.
these guys are not fans of black people. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
the dude who organized this is Hispanic.
Oh, okay, so no, that's it. We just hate Jews, and we love that about.
No,
them.
He's actually- he's actually
no,
Filipino.
but the Hispanic,
Oh,
the Hispanic
Filipino.
dude definitely also. I'm telling you, probably not too fond of black people either, unless they're deeply anti-Semitic like he is.
It's all definitely. It's like Orange County Inland Empire fools.
Yeah. It's so yeah. I mean, there is definitely a lot of the weird like Nazi shit in Latin American countries as well.
Yeah, those guys used to convoy around America, just like harassing Jews in like a motorcade.
That's great. By the way, here's the Bible quote. Reverend or Rev 3:9 says, "Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
Yeah,
which say they are Jews and are not,
synagogue of Satan.
but do lie.
I say that shit all the time at rallies.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee." What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. But dude, I've heard this before. You belong to your father, the devil. That's Alex Jones has said that a lot. John 8:44.
That's the other one.
You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father
Why is
of
that about
lies.
Jews?
I don't know. Because, I don't know. They're just lying.
Yeah, it's all about.
I want to finish this clip.
Yeah, let's see what else he says here.
Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on, and I didn't realize that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation with Adidas today, and I think Adidas felt like because everyone else was ganging up on me that they had the right to just take my designs, and I feel like right now I feel like that was in Christianity we don't say karma, we say you reap what you sow, and I feel like this is
Christians
God
don't say karma,
humbling
dude.
me right now
Only
because there's two
Hindus.
things that are happening. A lot of times when I would say, "Oh, I'm the richest black man," it would be a defense that I would use.
That can't be true.
For the mental health conversation.
It's not.
To say, "Oh, you guys say I'm
That-
crazy."
it can't be even close to true.
Who's the
No.
richest black man? Master P?
No, I
Some
think his name
business
is
guy.
Robert O'Neill, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
guy who killed Osama bin Laden?
No. Oh, that's Mick Booyah. You're right. No, that's not.
He-
No, his name. Fuck. What is it? He's like a hedge fund guy. He's the wealthiest black American. And then there's like two Nigerian oil guys. What?
I'm asking for a clip.
Oh, you're trying to find the. Oh yeah.
And but that is not godlike to be showing off. So if it's not godlike, then God will take that because it's all the church's money, right? So what's happening right now is I'm being humbled. Another thing that's happening is
Shut the fuck up, freak. Idiot. What an asshole.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It is a bummer. I was just starting to get into his music actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
I never really listened.
Ethan Klein got into Kanye West's music after the anti-Semitism.
It was before the anti-Semitism.
This guy's friggin' dope.
He's got some good ideas. We do control the media.
Yeah. So you were talking about black people who are like racist against black people, essentially.
Yeah.
So here's Kanye saying that he sees himself as basically a white man. It's awesome.
They'll say you're homophobic, and so I empathize with the position of the straight white male. And part of the reason why I empathize with that position is because I know that I'm headed to that position. And what position that is? Top power position. Oh my God.
What a fucking lunatic.
Thanks for the solidarity, Kanye.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
So there you go. Top power position, baby.
So now what? That could be interpreted in different ways. Obviously, like I think partially what he was saying there, you could literally look at that in a more charitable position and say like he's recognizing white supremacy, but
He says,
ultimately
"I'm headed
he still
there."
is saying like I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be at the top
Eventually.
Which is
Eventually,
such a weird,
I'll transcend to being
yeah,
white.
it's like it almost is like Jews control the media, but I'm mad that I'm not controlling it. Like
right.
that's kind of what he's saying, which is so strange.
He's rich enough to make his own companies. Was he complaining about Jews?
Well, not anymore. I think.
Go make a record label.
He did.
And had
He had one. That was fraught with exploitation. That was already like.
Well, maybe he needs to hire more Jews. I'm just saying.
I mean, so.
Right, Hassan?
So here's the thing about that, okay? And I've said this so many times at this point. It's just like I'm repeating myself over and over again. But like the reality is, Kanye West is understandably frustrated with the way that record labels are designed. He has personal experience being exploited by not Jews, capitalists. He has talked about Bernard Arnault, the Louis Vuitton guy, like the French guy who owns like the Louis Vuitton. And he's talked about how like he stole Virgil Abloh from him.
That guy's not Jewish.
That guy's not even fucking Jewish.
what's up?
Even though Forward thought he was Jewish, which is kind of funny. He might have just, because I read that article about Forward.
They said he's
Forward.com wrote an article about Arnault and said like a Jewish family is like paying big bucks
he's so not Jewish
to
yeah.
pay for the church that burned down in France or whatever.
Okay.
But anyway,
Notre Dame.
was it? No, I don't.
My mom called me crying when that was happening. I was like, what's going on? She's like,
That's
the
sad.
Notre Dame's on fire. I'm like,
No fucking way.
I'm like, Mom, chill. She's like, it's such a beautiful building.
It is a beautiful
with the
building.
gargoyles and the hunchback. I'm like, the hunchback's not real.
Did she
That's
donate?
No
There you
way.
go.
But yeah, like the main guy, the main villain in his life is not even Jewish, but he's like still fucking talking about
Yeah,
Jewish
he's
people.
so fucking close to understanding like how these record labels exploit, especially young people from like, low income shit, like and like pimp them out for everything they're worth and spit them out when they find the next talent. But instead, he's like being like convinced by white supremacists and people who project white supremacist talking points that like it's all a Jewish plot to like contain and destroy black artists.
It's the age old adage is like anti-Semitism is socialism for stupid people. Like they can't comprehend that the capitalist system is designed in this way. They recognize the contradictions. They see it. They see the class distinction. But because they're so fucking hardwired into thinking that capitalism is good, especially it wasn't Robert O'Neill, it was Robert F. Smith. Sorry, I got the first name right.
This is the richest American black man, by the way.
Yeah, he's a
venture
hedge fund guy.
capitalist, Robert Smith. So eat this shit, Kanye.
Anyway, regardless,
you
my
wish
point-
you could be that cool ass motherfucker.
Now
Yeah. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
he's
I don't-
rich.
but he's not cool.
He's rich.
Where does
He's
he
not.
live? Can you go to his place?
You want to know his address?
No.
Vista Equity Partners is his private equity firm.
Where did he grow up? His mother carried him at the March on Washington for Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech.
That's vibes.
If that's not the dopest story for the
That's vibes.
richest living
Yeah.
black guy.
Where were
on the
you, Kanye, during that speech? Mm-hmm.
Look, the
Tax
point I was-
evasion.
Oh fuck.
Philanthropy.
Let's not read
Tax
that one.
evasion.
Let's give that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's good. Show that too, because obviously, fucking, no matter who it is, no matter who's a fucking billionaire, yeah, they're gonna be caught in some fucking tax evasion shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big like, I think he was a big advocate for the what is it called? There's a loophole. It's the carried interest loophole, but like utilized specifically by hedge funds that he loved. personally, because that's how his hedge fund was making money. But yeah, ultimately, Kanye West loves capitalism. He is 100% a completely brainwashed by the black excellence narrative that revolves around picking certain people from an otherwise marginalized community and using those people as like, this is how you're supposed to be. See, like some of these people made it, so like white supremacy is not real, not all that real, or like the only way to overcome white supremacy is through black capitalism and being very successful at it.
Yeah.
Fred Hampton, obviously, in my opinion, was correct when he said the solution, the antidote to white supremacy is not black capitalism, it's socialism.
Yeah.
And Kanye, because he believes in the prosperity gospel style, wealth shows that you're morally a good person, and lack of it shows that you are a moral failure. Because he subscribes to that idea, he cannot remove himself from that equation. That's why he constantly brings up his billions. That's why he constantly uses that as a way to reaffirm his position. And for that reason, he has to single out a group of shadowy individuals, because he himself is a capitalist.
Yeah.
He himself is a part of that exploitative structure, but he doesn't see himself as a villain, so someone else has to be the villain. It's not, there's such a thing as good capitalists. I am one of them. And then there's bad capitalists, the Jews. So that's where that comes from. Like you arrive at anti-Semitism if you cannot comprehend the way the world works through the lens of dialectical materialism.
You definitely nailed it with that one. I mean, the guy's close, but no cigar.
Yeah, so close.
Anti-cigar.
Yeah, I want to shift gears a little bit. I wanted to ask you now, moving into the midterm, you kind of have your pulse on the people.
Yeah.
Like, what's your feeling on kind of what's coming up for America politically?
I don't know, but
and culturally.
The culture war is back on.
Oh yeah.
Well, I call it the news machine is back on, which is like the divisive, mainstream media outrage cycle on both sides is back in full swing. It was pretty silent for like 6 months. I don't know why. It just other shit was occupying people's minds, I guess.
Ukraine.
Yeah. Something took people out of like domestic social conflict, but now it's back. Freaking is like the lamest segue to anything. Like the shit, like every time I go on YouTube, it's like Jesse Waters talking about like trans women in sports.
Yeah.
Colbert is like won't stop talking about January 6th. Like it's all coming back.
Yeah. So I made this call as soon as I recognized the writing on the wall that like Brandon was going to win most likely. And I said that this was going to be exactly like the Gamergate era internet, where like everyone was going to turn to the usual like team sports in politics, where I'm a Republican, I'm transphobic, I think trans people are scary, and they're somehow like queering our children, and they're bad, and they're grooming. On the Republican side, that's all they fucking care about. And then on the Democratic side, they would go towards like microaggressions and whatever the fuck's going on, that like they need to clean their own ranks or whatever. The liberals haven't really performed as much as I thought they would on that front, but Republicans are fully invested in that cycle.
Yeah.
And they're bringing it back in a very big and very meaningful way. I mean, you have so many anti-trans bills, like so much legislation that is cut out in the state
trans
legislature.
and fetuses. That's everything.
I mean, I feel like libs kind of had their year. 2020.
Yeah, we had the January.
I just think that like that whole era, was like with the corporations, turning like super anti-racist for like 6 months, like forcing that shit on people in the middle of the country and all that. So I think now there's a big moment for like right-wing shit happening.
Yeah, pendulum.
Yeah.
It's swinging back in the other direction.
What's your feeling like? It feels like in the past decade or so.
Crime is a big one. Oh, before I forget, sorry.
Yeah, even though crime is
That's another
decreasing,
one.
which is interesting.
Now we're at a stage where like literally even the fucking comptroller running for like a local position in Arizona is cutting Willie Horton ads. Like that used to be something that, popped off in the 90s, and then we got the, crime bill, shouts out to Joe Brandon.
Yeah.
And then for a while it was like, well, that's a little fucked up that you're saying so openly that black people are criminals and thugs that, need to be over policed. Now, as a punishment for all the corporate messaging, I think that local media and the national news cycle is like has successfully created this narrative that like every fucking big city is crime ridden and there's a massive crime wave, which by the way, there's no empirical evidence for. There's no basis for that.
I'm
It's
saying
actually lower.
certain crimes are more active than before.
Homicides.
No, like boosting, like.
Oh, you're talking about cars, the Kia boys and shit?
No, I'm saying like in SF, like there's more stealing than ever. Like there's more like just like busting into cars, bipping and shit like that.
Overall, though,
Yeah.
overall, it's still consistently lower than it was at the heat of like the crime panic.
Well, it will never get as bad. America will never get as dangerous as like the mid '90s, and that goes for every city. Like if you look up homicide stats in '94, it's
Crazy.
double the worst. Like New Orleans, Detroit, these places had like Juarez, Mexico level like homicide stats.
Wow, that's
And, for a time period.
Well, a lot of these places still have incredibly high crime rates. It's just that you oftentimes assume that it's only happening in California or New York. When you actually look at the evidence, when you look at violent crime, red states are top 10 every time with like some exceptions.
I just think in California and Oregon and Washington, you can get away with like a hella petty crime.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's a more
They
like,
don't
there's just a more
prosecute.
lax court
Yeah,
system. So I
yeah.
think that's where they get the ammunition to do like the whole like the West Coast is
Well,
crumbling.
there's like
thing.
videos of people running into like CVS and just grabbing.
I just
shit.
mean even like Arizona, if you get caught with drugs in Arizona, you get caught with like a little bit of anything, you're gonna go to jail.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's good that you shouldn't go to jail.
I
for
agree.
that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's good or
Literally
bad.
wearing a shirt that says crime is not a crime.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask
Nevada,
you, like,
Arizona, Montana, South Dakota, like some of these like states, they have extreme judicial systems, bro. Like you're going away for whatever.
Yeah, and it's really fucked up. And it also plays a role in their economy. You got places like Angola in Louisiana, the
where I did my-
Louisiana State
I
Penitentiary.
did my first documentary there.
Oh, really?
Not for All Gas No Breaks, but when I was working for my
The
college
Diaries
newspaper.
one?
No, it was about the Angola Rodeo.
Oh, you did that?
Which is where they have like trustees, which are like well-behaved inmates, are able to like perform
People
for
who
free
should be
people
out.
rodeo.
People who should have already like gotten back into society that they keep there.
well behaved,
For-
well behaved slave, basically.
No, literally, that
It's actually
they
a
call it
labor prison.
No, they
Yeah.
call it Angola for that reason. Like it's named after the Angola plantation,
That's
which
crazy.
is named after obviously
Not
where
simply
the
named
slaves are
after,
coming.
but is actually on the same grounds
Yeah.
as the largest
No,
cotton
it is a
plantation in
plantation.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's literally they pick cotton.
Like they actually
Really?
yes,
Yeah.
like
What the
Chain
during
gangs.
the day.
Yes, but I wanted to ask you, like, it seems like in the past 10 years, maybe more, there's just been less emphasis on policy and more emphasis on culture wars things. And that seems to just be intensifying. And I'm wondering, is there an like off ramp, or do things just get more tense? Like, I just don't know where.
I don't think it'll be as bad as 2020 next election.
You know,
In terms of civil domestic conflict, no, because that was like a drill. We've already done it one time. You know what I mean? Like I don't think there's going to be like Proud Boy Antifa street brawls like there was in 2020. I think a lot of things kind of peaked and coalesced. Like the volcano kind of erupted already.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. Riots plus January 6th. Like I feel like both the right and the left had their sort of like supernova moment.
I don't even think it was January 6th. I think it was Charlottesville that like kind of put so prominently white supremacy on the main stage, and a lot of people, even on the Republican side, were like, "Yeah, that's too far."
Yeah, I guess difference being is a lot of people who were at the Capitol thought they were there for Trump and like doing the right thing because they were consuming so much misinformation. Whereas anybody who went to Charlottesville is like an actual white supremacist who ascribes. To
But I've never seen mobilization like that. I think that was a historic mobilization in comparison to like, obviously nothing in comparison to like Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
The famous. Have you seen that?
No.
The
what?
American Nazi movement in Madison Square Garden in like 1935, I believe.
I don't know. I
There
don't
was
think so.
well, look it up.
during the war.
Yeah. There was a big Nazi movement in America. There was a big that's why you have Nazi compounds here in California too. Still. But
Idaho too.
anyway, they were really into that shit. That's a good photo that Cam just posted in the Discord. Check that shit out.
Damn, that's a lot of motherfuckers.
I think it was like 30,000 or maybe even more than that. They're all
That was during.
those are all Nazis, like straight up.
This is during World War II, so you got to be really out of your fucking mind.
Damn.
I mean, you do now too, but
You know what I'd like to do to that building, right, Dan?
No, Dan's not
Just
here.
give them a stern talking to.
Well, there was a Jewish guy that
Tell 'em
actually
they're
protested,
wrong.
and the cops beat the shit out of him.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, but that's interesting to
But
think
see-
that you
but-
think.
Back to Charlottesville, you're saying you were
Yeah.
shocked by the mobilization and
I was
of
shocked-
Unite the Right?
I was shocked by the mobilization to unite the right. And I know for a fact, because of Unicorn Riot and other groups that like infiltrated these
Shout out to them.
servers. Yeah, shouts out to Unicorn Riot. They do great work. We know for a fact that they were literally like, oh shit, these people are doxing us. These people are actually showing our faces, and we're getting a lot of pushback in our real lives. We got to go back into the shadows.
Yeah.
And I think that cut their mobilization genuinely, which is why Unite the Right 2 was nothing. You know what I mean? And that really pushed back the mobilization of like open out and about white supremacists in America.
Yeah.
And then January 6th was like, I don't even think January 6th was as big as a you can't do this, you went too far for a lot of Republicans. They still ride for it.
Yeah, I just don't think they would ever do that again. It took it too far. Look how many of them got locked up.
Didn't work.
Nobody wants to go to
anything.
jail, you know?
Didn't
Like,
accomplish anything.
and also, like, the response is just going to be different, you know? Like, if there were to be protests again, they would just do what they did in Portland, you know? Bring out, like, federal troops to just dump expired CS gas on everyone. Like, the tactics are now understood. Just like the Capitol Police would know how to respond next time.
Right.
A lot of things happened for the first time in 2020.
I see. So that's interesting. So you think there'll be a simmering down of
I think it'll be
cultural
like, not the biggest Bill Maher fan, but it's Cold Civil War is what it was called. I think that the culture war will continue. Online will be the real battlefield as it typically is, but I can't see there being mass street mobilization again.
What do you see again? I ask this because have this like access to so many people, like real salt of the earth kind of people. Like what? I don't know, but what do you see? Is there some kind of trends or forecast that you see happening on the ground that like you're interested or scared of or fascinated by?
Not right now. I mean, I haven't like been in the field for a minute.
Really?
Like I haven't really filmed much in the past 2 or 3 months.
Why?
Just I filmed a lot. I filmed for like 4 months straight, so I had like 6 videos loaded. I've just been editing at the house
Just
for a while.
taking it easy?
Yeah, before tour. I mean, I have to like go on the road for months, and then the movie comes out the day tour ends. So I'm just like I have a lot to look forward to.
Wow.
I don't really want to like get all sad.
You've been working hard, and you're about to enjoy the
Exactly.
fruits of your labors.
Fruits of labor.
Nice.
I think as far as like on the ground mobilization goes, you're right. When you are genuinely facing consequences, or when you see others like you with like-minded individuals genuinely facing, consequences for the federal government, you're going to think twice before mobilizing on the streets.
True.
The other component is that they're not ideologically motivated. They are just angry. You know what I mean? It's almost like I've talked about this before. Chapo Trap House talked about this a lot as well with like mass shootings happening in America. There is a genuine snapping moment for a lot of people, but they end up redirecting their anger towards the systems on representatives of similar hierarchies in their lives, like women, because they think women are responsible for all the anger and animosity they feel. Incels do this. Or they think their manager is responsible for the animosity because they're like, that's a microcosm or a reinforcement of that same structural inequality that they feel every day. And in a similar way, these guys are like behaving like medieval peasants where they see a lot of anger, resentment. They feel a lot of resentment and anger. And the television man is telling them it's immigrants, and the television man is telling them it's like, queer teenagers or whatever. So they just redirect that anger and animosity towards like parent-teacher conferences and shit like that, where they can make minor differences in their immediate lives and feel accomplished. We saw a version of this within the liberal movement when Obama was president, when like liberals would get together and, draw the pitchforks out. Obviously, I'm not making a moral equivalency between like fucking recasting a voice actor or whatever because they were only 25% black versus, what the fucking these psychos are doing in like Michigan, for example, where they made this 13-year-old girl like take down her mural and like made her cry because they thought that it was demonic. But it's a place of powerlessness. There's no mechanism of pushback. Oftentimes that mobilization and that mechanism, if you don't do it through labor unions, obviously, from the leftist side, which are non-existent in this country pretty much. On the right-wing side, this mobilization comes from fascist mobilization, like, brown shirts and like militias. And a lot of those people do not have like the ideological motivation. They're just fucking angry. They're not even aware of what they're angry at. They're just angry, and the television man is telling them to be angry at this thing rather than angry at the actual problem, right? So for that reason, I feel like their mobilization is diminished.
Yeah, totally, bro.
Partially also because of the federal pushback and
Yeah.
the pushback that they saw because they were shocked.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people felt like, whether they openly stated it or not, they recognized that they were entitled to a government that was always going to side with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, when the government doesn't side with them, they're like shocked. They're like, "What the fuck? You're treating me like this is my government. I'm entitled to be able to go into the Capitol. How
Yeah.
dare you fucking prosecute me for this? I'm doing a patriotic thing."
Mm-hmm.
So that, I think, makes them second guess as well. So you are correct on that.
For sure.
That's good, actually. That's encouraging. I'm glad to hear that because I guess I'm not as, I don't know. I guess I'm pessimistic, bro. But I want to change the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
In April, you were in Ukraine. That was like a whole different approach for you, going to like a kind of a war zone. I mean, you never done anything like that, right?
No, never.
And that was right as the war was breaking out, right?
Yep.
What was, I mean, was it scary being there? Were you afraid?
Yeah.
Have you ever feared for your life like that in the course of your work?
Yeah, worse than the U.S. during a lot of shit. I mean, I was in Lviv on the western side of Ukraine, so like the extent of the bombing there was like at that time was a fuel depot on like the outskirts of town. I mean, aside from the air raid sirens going off every 2 hours and having to go into a bomb shelter like 3 times, interrupting your sleep at night, it wasn't that scary. I mean, it was more just interesting to me. Also, as a journalist, you know what you're walking into. I think when I get more scared when spontaneous stuff would happen in like a familiar environment, like at somewhere like in the U.S. Whereas I'm going to Ukraine, I know there's a war, so it's not like I pull up and I'm like, "What the fuck's going on here?" Already have that like journalistic like helmet on vibe,
Yeah, so you went there and things hadn't really gotten bad because I'm looking at like clip, like people are still walking around living their lives.
Yeah,
and I think now at
This
this
was
point,
post.
the
This was
country
post
just
like the
fucked.
first bombing operation that happened in Western Ukraine. This was post invasion. So this things have normalized at that point as best as you can. Now things are really bad in Western fronts again because Russia is using suicide drone attacks and have, I think, like reduced their power capabilities down to 30%.
Yeah.
By striking power plants and like other parts of their infrastructure.
What was the vibe of like in general the people?
Well, what's interesting is like Lviv is like much more of a Western European city, and as you can see, it's like cobblestone streets, like old school. It kind of looks like it's in like Paris or Denmark or something. So I was surprised. I had envisioned more like Soviet block style apartments and like sprawling, brutal infrastructure. I mean, brutal architecture. But yeah, man, it was like very interesting for sure. People were trying their best to live their lives. Like people were refusing to stay home from work, like refusing to like, let the war impact the things that give them
normalcy,
a sense
a sense of purpose, peace of mind. And I didn't realize that, because you think about a country at war, you assume everyone's living in this like shell shock state of fear and panic. But I mean, like these people were doing their best to keep things moving. Bars are still open. That kind of thing.
The craziest part about this is that this existence is actually identical to the existence of people living in like occupied territories in Afghanistan. They also are doing the exact same shit where they're like, yeah, what am I going to do? I'm supposed to go to fucking school.
I want to see
work.
my friends, like I want to like have my morning coffee. I want to read the paper. I want to go watch like my favorite YouTuber. Like they're regular people and the war is external and people try not to let it get inside them.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm sure normalcy is becoming a lot harder than it was when you shot this.
I think human beings have a tremendous capacity to adapt to any circumstance that they have to deal with and like normalize no matter what kind of oppression or struggle that they're facing.
Yeah.
Are you surprised by kind of the direction of the war there? What's going on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What did you expect kind of to happen after your time there?
I expected it. I don't really know. I haven't been following it as closely as I probably should. But what I didn't expect is like the Ukrainian territorial defense, which is like pretty much any male above the age of 18 had to join.
All drafted.
My passport was issued the same day that the Russian invasion started, and so they would like pull me with like machine guns and like check my passport, and they start like, "Have you ever been to Moscow? Have you been to Russia?"
Oh,
so they
really?
were giving me more like smoke than anyone else.
Wow.
Because I saw a lot of like American. Like jarhead
contractors.
That's so wild.
No, not even that.
They're just there for love of the game.
To volunteer. Like
war tourists.
War tourists, but like Proud Boy looking like fucking chuds. Like,
but is that like who are the people that go there and fight just for love of the game?
There's a lot of war tourists.
Yeah.
What do they believe in? I mean, I love democracy, but you're saying they look like Proud Boys? Like, what are they there for? It just seems
A lot of them, I think, are just addicted to like the adrenaline of combat or something.
they just okay. So
A lot
Dude,
of
if you're a veteran and you can't have a life of normalcy in America and all you know is fucking combat because in your most formative years you've been shot at when you were in the Karengal Valley, you're gonna be like, all right, I wanna keep this going. This is an opportunity for me to keep it going.
like with my boys.
So they go over there and just volunteer. The Ukraine army just accepts them in. And also, America has no problem with citizens going there and fighting too. The
Why
whole
would
thing is
they?
kind of interesting.
Why would they? They send.
I don't know.
That way, they
I
can
mean,
send
they-
experienced operators out there to an ally, to an aligned nation that we're giving a lot of weapons to. And I mean, they're already sending contractors out there. It's not like the fucking CIA is not out there operating. You know what I mean? They're absolutely there. Someone has to train these guys to use the weapon systems that they're sending over.
Yeah. So these are just war addicts, you think, who just love fucking killing people.
I think it's a
and being shot
combination
at.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's
there's
wild.
definitely contractors and, war tourists. There's a lot of that. That happens when you're a nation in war constantly. And I mean America.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a journalist. I like to be in tense, situations. So I can understand, in a sense, like sort of chasing the energy of it. But I do think it's pretty weird.
That's frontline shit, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm saying, I just imagine that the war tourist being like an amplified version, but more,
Right.
more self-serving and amplified than like a typical war journalist. But I don't chase tragedies around, but I'm just saying, I just assume that they love that feeling of like being really in the mix of a conflict. And I think they probably love talking to people at home about it and like having that like heroism and going
I'm
home.
sure they
like,
feel like heroes.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people in the military too, like maybe not in LA, but most small towns in America, if you walk into a Waffle House in uniform, like people stand up and clap for you.
They do? You get a standing O?
Yeah.
At the Waffle House?
Bro, the dick riding is crazy.
If you went to a bar,
Oh.
if you went to a country bar in Bakersfield right now with your fatigues on, like every girl's talking to you, you're not buying a drink.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if that would
Like I
work with
said,
it.
the dick riding is crazy.
People don't like when I say this, but I'm like, first of all, I'm not like a military simp. I don't get the whole thank you for your service thing. This isn't like World War II. You weren't drafted. You signed up to do a fucking job. You're being paid. You're there.
And the job,
You
the
know what it
output-
was. I
and the
mean,
output is not-
nobody thanked me and my ass, or nobody thanked the fucking cashier at
And
McDonald's
the
for their
output
service.
is not good. The
I mean,
output
they're in the
is not
trenches just
good.
as much.
The output is not good. Your job is to literally door bust and like fucking terrify 14-year-old brown children. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and act like
Right.
fucking. Thank you. For,
That's what I'm saying. You're
thank
not.
you for my freedom.
You're not
man.
killing Nazis. You weren't
Yeah.
forced into a war with Nazis.
It's like
You're like,
when
you're bombing villages from a drone, and
Like,
I mean,
I
God bless
fuck-
you for that.
I fuck heavy with veterans. Like I have a lot of veterans in my
I'm like
community.
this-
I talk to veterans all the time. Like there's incredible fucking organizations that I work with from time to time, like About Face and like Veterans for Peace. Like there are a lot of veteran organizations that genuinely are conflicted about their service and recognize that it was traumatic and awful and what they did. And to them, I have a tremendous amount of respect. But if you're like one of those jarhead dudes eating crayons and then you fucking, destroy the lives and homes of like
man,
random
I
fucking...
miss the burn pit. Get me some sniffs of burn pit down there in
it's just
Ukraine.
like I feel in a way I feel bad because like they have been duped into the poverty draft.
For sure. And
Like they've been duped into the poverty draft, but like if you're gonna be a fucking dickhead about it and you're gonna be like, oh dude, what the fuck? Like you don't understand. Me giving literal fucking Ziploc bags of cash to a pedophile warlord defended your free speech in America. If you're gonna come at
you
me
can
and
sleep at night
yeah,
because
it's
of
like
me.
no, that guy has no idea where the fuck America is on a map. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay?
there's two minds of it. Like, obviously, they exploit poverty and force people into war, and they come back traumatized and suicidal and PTSD.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers need help, and they don't get help. But at the same time, I'm not going to suck your dick, bro, for doing a job. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and
I'm not
and a
going to
bad
do
job.
it.
It's not even a good
I
job.
feel like
Your
an
job is
idiot
bad.
when I say thank you for your service. Like when you're in a circle and everyone's like,
Nah,
thank
no
you for your,
shot.
thank you for your service, thank you for your
No.
service, and then they look to you like, come on, bro. I'm like,
The
I don't
Larry
know.
David situation.
I said it-
Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
That was Chet Hanks, by the way. Did you know that?
Oh shit.
That character, the veteran in that fucking episode, is Chet Hanks. How crazy is that?
He
boy.
is kinda
Friend of the
good.
show.
Yeah, friend of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk to Chet?
I talk to Chet every now and
Yeah,
then.
go ahead. You
yeah.
want to say something?
I was at like a an event in New Orleans East. It was like a Vietnam veterans event. I didn't realize it was.
POWMIA, brother.
By the way,
Yeah,
those
never
guys are
forget.
more for. I mean, wasn't a valiant service they did, but they were drafted.
Yeah.
They were forced into
Yeah, they
it,
were
so
definitely
that's
forced
respect,
into doing
bro.
some
You know what I
fucked
mean?
There was some
shit.
drunk ass Vietnam veteran, and I walked up to him. I was like, "Thank you for your service," because it was just me and him, and like waiting for the bathroom or something. He like got real close to my face, and he was like, "I'm tired of fucking hearing that." and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "All
You're
right,
like, well, I
man."
didn't mean it
I was like,
anyway.
"What do you want me to say to you?" And he's like, "Say that thank you for keeping me free."
Oh,
And so now,
Oh, yeah.
wow,
Ho Chi
it's
Minh
not
was-
enough.
Ho Chi Minh was coming. Ho Chi Minh was coming for us, bro. Thank God we went
Wait.
to Vietnam.
So he was like, "You're not sucking my dick hard enough."
so
with
now
that.
I say it to every veteran.
Thank you for keeping
That's
us free.
crazy.
For me, free. Thank you for keeping me
Me
free.
individually.
I would literally,
Yeah.
I would no shot.
Do you say that for real?
Absolutely.
Because you know it just hits them right in that spot. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it makes
open them up
feel
to you.
good. and
No
it's also,
fucking
yeah.
shot.
Thank you for keeping me free.
I
You
can't
better
even-
say that. You better fucking say that to
There
the
is
vet you
absolutely
meet.
0% chance. Gun to my head, I'm not saying that.
What's like? I wonder what can if we could engineer the most over the top gratitude to
Yeah,
a
suck their
veteran.
cock. Get on. The only time I get on my knees is to suck
Thank-
off a hero veteran, brother.
Thank you for making my life possible, brother.
Yeah.
Or how about we would all be speaking German right now.
Vietnamese.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'd be speaking Vietnamese.
We'd be speaking Chinese if it weren't for you.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you
Them
for protecting
individually.
my children.
Yeah.
Or what's like
And
Thank
they're like,
you for
because he's
saving my
alive, he was
life. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he went to Saigon and like, had sex with like a sex trafficked woman for a little bit, and then like came back and he's like, yeah, man, I really did a fucking insane job. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping me free. It's
Like, there's
pretty
still
epic.
children. Like, Vietnam is such an interesting country because like they claim to be communist. There's some inconsistencies there, obviously, but there's some good social programs overall. But they fucking love America. They're actually a bigger America simp than Israel.
Yeah, they love Michael Jordan and shit.
They love
Israelis
America,
only
bro.
like, by the way, Israelis are not America's Sims. They only love presidents that love Israel.
Which is funny because they say
fucking
Obama
hate Obama.
They say Obama
Hate.
hates Israel, which is so funny. It's like Obama gave $38 billion to
Dude,
Israel,
when
bro.
I was living in Israel during the Obama era, and these motherfuckers
They love Trump.
hate Obama.
They love Trump.
Dude, people straight dropping N-words like crazy. They don't understand the context like the old school Israelis, but they drop N-bombs with the hard ER like nothing on the Obama name.
Not very
That's wild
surprising.
over there.
Israel, very similar to America in a lot of ways.
I'm not even gonna say, but some people. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, they fucking hate him, and
You're about to get
they
double
love
can-
Trump.
You're about
so-
to get double canceled, bro. Watch out.
What I do?
The N-word.
No, I didn't do it. I
Don't
didn't
do
say
it.
it.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything about Israel.
But oh yeah, you know when
Fucking
during my
anti-Semite,
during my
dude.
cancellation, J Post did or Jerusalem Post, which is the #1 English paper in Israel, did a write up about me.
Yeah.
In
They were
regard to
not too
French
fond of your
Yeah.
takes.
Oh damn, you've had a rough couple days.
Yeah, the good thing about it is like my fans, some disappointed, understandably, because I got banned again. But everybody of my fans like isn't mad about what I said, the content, because they know, So that makes it easier on me.
Is this gonna be the first thing that comes out?
No,
they've made shows. You guys.
So this is coming out on Thursday.
Of next
We're pre-recording a lot of stuff because we've been gone for a week. So we're posting our Halloween special today, Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we have a show. Oh, we already filmed the show for Monday. That After Dark.
Yeah, the one that we
Halloween
filmed
special.
yesterday will come out on Monday.
There'll be a few.
It's
but yeah,
confusing,
we'll
but
be
yeah.
out on Thursday.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you need to go, Hassan? It's been 2 hours.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
I have a stream that I had set up.
Anything else?
Anything else I want to talk about? I mean, there is one subject we didn't really cover too much about.
Got like 5 minutes.
Well,
You gotta go?
Yeah, he has to go too.
Oh,
so
you
let's
up
not
to
even
something
get
interesting?
My mom, she wants to hang out.
Oh, that is
What if-
interesting. What's more important
What the
than
fuck
that?
was that? She wants to hang
I
out.
thought you were
She
gonna
wants
be
me to
like,
take her to a nice restaurant. I'm a member of Soho House.
you're probably doing good. Let me ask you a question.
Fancy.
Didn't wanna say it.
You're doing pretty good financially, I'd say, at this time, right?
Sometimes
What do you mean sometimes? The Patreon's insane.
booming,
Merch is probably insane.
booming.
So what's sometimes?
Well,
He's
sometimes
doing so well, he doesn't even give me the merch anymore.
I will.
Really?
He's like he stopped
Sorry,
he stopped
bro.
asking me to do merch.
Sorry,
drop.
bro. We don't do gifting anymore.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
mean,
nah,
I'm saying
dog.
sometimes I spend so much on production, like with this cartoon, that I'm down bad for like a month until I,
Really?
around
So,
check it.
may I ask how much you invested in that cartoon?
Like $75,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're richer than that, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
act like that's
I'm
a lot
doing
of money.
okay. There's no YouTube money though.
Why?
Oh, because everything is unmonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merch
There's no
is the
way.
biggest revenue.
Yeah, there's
Wait,
no way you can monetize.
Your
some of that
monetization
shit.
on YouTube is shit.
Bro, have you watched his fucking videos? What do you mean? How
But
do
you got hooked up.
monetize
With
that?
Has that guy helped you? That I hooked you up with?
Thanks.
Yeah. But I think, I know. Yeah,
Yo,
but
hook me up
the
with that guy. What is this?
Yeah, you're on Twitch. What do you care?
Wait, I'm
not gonna bust my nut. I only,
You're not gonna bust your nut?
I can only pull this lever so many times.
Okay, I have a robust YouTube platform for the record. 1.7 million subs.
1.7 million subs.
1.07 million subs.
Bro, I'm not gonna bust my nut for 1.7 million. Chat. I can only pull this lever. No, do you need me to put you in that show? I'm just kidding.
Fine. It's fine, bro. Don't worry about it.
You need
Don't
you
have
need
it
a
on
YouTube
my
rep?
gold
Everything's
plaque.
fine.
No, I have a YouTube rev. He's fine.
You
Shouts
already
out to
have
John.
one. What are you asking
Yeah.
me for help, bro?
No, it's cool.
Just for the soundbite.
the
Yeah,
fuck,
I
dude?
just wanted to, have a little fun.
We're just going back and forth, man.
Yeah.
Okay. But so yeah, congratulations on all your success. We've been huge fans here forever.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And
You guys
it's
have
so nice to see you doing well out there. And
If you don't come on my show before we go on tour, I'm gonna be like Andrew changed up.
I'll come on.
That's
I
it.
go on
He's-
tour in 4 days.
he's so close to calling you big time, bro.
Yeah, he's big timing us.
I'm
dude.
just saying, you be careful.
You had to
Tread
reschedule
carefully.
like 8 times. So I'm like losing hair on my way over here. I'm like, what the
This
fuck
was
is going
hard.
on?
This was very hard to nail down, but I think it was probably because you were sick.
Yeah,
But we did it.
we did it.
It was fun too. It's good to see you.
Yeah, thanks. Good to see you guys too, man.
I love your content, bro. You're probably my favorite content creator
Love you guys.
on YouTube.
right here, bro. What
I'm
the
just
fuck?
saying, like,
on,
I mean,
1.07.
you do what I do. I'm not impressed by what you do.
Wow.
I do what you do.
I see
We
it. Why
just
don't you
sit and
why don't you just
talk.
ask him to be on leftovers?
This
as your
motherfucker's
co-host?
like in the mix.
Yeah. Wow.
This how often do you get COVID? Like every other day?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
damn.
had all 3 downloads.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You're probably
Omicron.
creating new variants.
Delta and regular.
Yeah. You're like Jair Bolsonaro, bro.
Yeah. So
COVID champion.
I'm now. I don't get it anymore now because I'm so strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your body, your immune system.
Yeah, the
is
guy
so
that
fucked.
the guy in fucking Sacramento was right.
The guy who coughed in my
yeah.
face 2 years ago.
You have the lungs of an 80-year-old.
Yeah, no, it's all good. If a new pandemic comes out, though, I'll let you guys know because I'll be the first to get it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, give us a heads up. That'd be useful. But anyway, channel5.news. Catch Andrew on tour.
Yeah.
He's coming all over the country to town near. Is that not right?
Sometimes
No, it sounded
literally.
good, it sounded good.
Sometimes.
Are you not
literally.
in all over the country?
No, you said he's coming all over the country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Will there be come?
Will there be come?
No.
No come.
That's
I mean,
a bummer.
audience members might come.
I'm gonna come.
Channel5.news. Andrew is jizzing all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here, Andrew. We love you.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
And, thank you, Hassan.
Oh, yeah.
The double interview.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Fuck yeah.
Fun times.
Fun times.
You're the last guy we did was Liver King. So
I
Yeah.
know, yeah. You guys like him?
He's a marketing guy.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't hang out with him. Dude stinks.
I would
Fucking
100%
stink.
hang out with him.
I would.
I like
I don't want-
him as a hangout guy more than.
What are you gonna do with Liver King? Like, what do you do?
What do you
Work
mean?
out.
Shoot guns, work out, fucking
Well, you know he's not feeding you any fucking real food.
drive tanks. No,
You bring
I
your
would
own
not eat
food,
with him.
bro.
I would not eat with him.
Yeah.
Like, well, he's
You're on
has
a
fucking
ranch,
burger.
bro. Where you
if he
getting
has a
food?
burger, like I'll eat
Burger
some, like,
patty?
fucking-
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
fat bison burgers. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'm on board.
I'm not
with
hanging
that.
out with.
Nope,
I'm not
nope.
hanging out with Liver King. Not that he's asking, but just let people know.
He
All right.
DM'd me recently.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
yeah.
God bless. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What did he say?
He said that he started a new Twitter, and I think the tweet was like that you're subprimal and I'm primal, but
He
I
said
didn't-
that about me?
Yeah,
Dude, he loves your ass.
he does. He's
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't like
I'm
me.
fucking primal, baby. That's why. Let's go.
He didn't like my soy ass fat fucking body.
Yeah, look,
I
look.
discussed him.
Or the
What's
questions
up,
about
my
fucking his
soon-to-be
wife.
barbarian brother? I started on Twitter last night, aiming for 100K followers before I leave Dubai. Can I please get a shout out?
What a loser. I would
And then
have.
the tweet that he sent me was, Gun to head. Hassan the Hun is primal. H3H3 Productions is sub-primal.
He got shit on me.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
Woo!
Fuck
Get
him.
toasted.
Yo, but did you promote his Twitter?
No.
Good.
I didn't see it until
Where's the,
later.
you know.
It's too late now.
Yeah. I'm not promoting.
Primal.
Whatever.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
Been real.
All right. Yeah.
We gotta
Andrew's
take
decking.
photos.
All right. Bye, dude. Oh, yeah.
Man's getting
Thank
up.
you, guys. See you.